Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of The Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. My name is James, also known as Mr. Sunday, and with me, as always, is a very limber Nick Mason.
I'm stretching.
You're supposed to stretch before we start.
No, I stretch during.
It's unprofessional.
You stretch on company time. You don't stretch on your own time.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Also, thank you for pointing out this was an episode of The Weekly Planet, not an EpiPen of The Weekly Planet. Well, those are coming out, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're currently having some sort of, heart-based issue, just wait.
Yeah.
Don't use your
if
regular
you're experiencing an allergic reaction,
Don't use your own EpiPen. Wait for the branded EpiPen.
give it a minute.
Yeah. It's got rose gold accents, so you know it's good.
Yeah. And we don't know they work. But, but you'll know.
You'll know.
When you try it, you'll know.
That's right.
Mason, it's a huge week for the biggest movie of the year, probably. Or one of.
What does that mean?
A Minecraft time.
Oh, that is
movie.
coming out. Yes, we did watch that.
Yep.
We're also going to watch Novocaine, but we ran out of time.
That's right.
So maybe next week.
Also, there's so many trailers and stuff this week
That's
as
so
well.
true, yeah.
It's because CinemaCon happened, etc. I mean, we could talk about stuff from CinemaCon, but it's just people being like, I saw this footage. Well, I didn't see it. So
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, you lucky duck.
Yeah.
Wow, good on you. Right place, right time.
Exactly.
Mr. Coincidental viewing of a big movie trailer.
Yeah, man.
Shut up. Go to hell.
Shut up. Grow up.
Grow
also.
up. Thank you. That's right.
But there's time codes below because Collins, who edits this, he makes sure that people can jump to whatever section they want. We're going to talk about Spider-Man 4's new title and what that could mean. We're going to talking about a new Cliff Booth movie.
Potentially.
Based on Brad Pitt's character.
Might be a done deal, might be a big fake lie.
Exactly. It did come out on April Fool's, but it seems like...
Oh, yeah. How are we enjoying April Fool's, folks?
We're
loving it.
I got tricked so many times.
Did you?
No. I forgot.
Wow.
And by the time I think it gets to me, people are like, "Look at this fake thing." So I'm not on Twitter just waiting for. Fucking
Also,
movie
we've
news.
hit sort of absolute saturation of fake things.
Yeah.
Especially in the last year, it's like you showed me a picture. It's like this is a photo of the stars of the Matrix goofing off or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we get that 100 times a day now.
Yeah.
So it's when a company's like, we've actually released a left-handed sandwich or whatever. You're like, go to hell.
Yeah.
Just die.
Kill yourself.
Yeah.
Just a company though, not a person.
That's
just
right.
To be clear.
Yeah.
We're also going to talk about Acme. Coyote versus Acme is actually getting a release date.
It's back me.
It's back me, baby. You should get that treated though if you do have that. And then CinemaCon, I mentioned a lot of stuff we haven't seen, but there was stuff that was released, including a trailer for Karate Kid Legends. There's a trailer for Fountain of Youth, which is a real movie. The Naked Gun, Matugan, the sequel to Mthrigan.
That's right.
There's a 5-minute Superman preview.
Now we're going to get into this, but you watched it presumably?
Yeah, it's on.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know if you were like, I'm going to save this.
No, I had to watch it.
Yeah.
I have to know, basically.
Sure, right. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Tron Ares.
Yay, but also boo.
Oh, yeah. Lots of yays, one particular
One
big
boo.
Yeah, it's a pretty big boo.
It's a big boo.
And then we're going to talk about an investigation and demonetization of some AI-generated fake movie trailers channels on YouTube. And I just think it's an interesting kind of, I don't know, something.
Where's this going to go? Who's
Yeah.
going to win? The good guys? No, there aren't any.
No, yeah. It's all villains,
Yeah,
top to bottom.
that's right.
Yeah. Let's start with this, though. Very sad news. Val Kilmer has passed away at age 65.
It's too young.
I agree. His daughter, Mercedes Kilmer, confirmed that he died due to complications from pneumonia. Now, yeah, he has been sick. Like, I know he recovered from cancer a few years back.
That's right.
He made very few on-screen appearances. Probably most famously and recently was Top Gun Maverick.
Top Gun Maverick, that's right.
Yeah, there was the documentary Val, which I haven't seen, but that's just him kind of filming things over the course of his career. So if you're a fan, I think I might check that out this week, actually. Worth looking into. But yeah, I mean, so many incredible roles.
Yeah, we mentioned off air, I think, recently, his debut feature film was The Top Secret, which is a Zucker brothers sort of parody of spy movies and action movies from that era. And there's so much he has to do in that movie.
Yeah.
Like he has to sing, he has to dance. There's a sequence that runs backwards where he has to throw a bunch of stuff, but actually he's catching a bunch of stuff and then they run it backwards.
Yeah.
There's a fight sequence that ends up going off a bridge and then going underwater.
Yeah.
And then he ends up in a bar underwater and he has to be in a bar brawl underwater. So there's people like, fighting with chairs and smashing bottles over everybody's heads underwater.
Yeah.
Like the amount of stuff he had to do in that.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah.
A real triple threat.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, he was in The Doors. He was Jim Morrison.
That's right.
Heat, obviously, famously. This is in no particular order. Top Guns.
I was going to say Heat.
Yeah.
Famously, the sequence.
Ponytail.
He's got a ponytail, but famously the sequence where he's on the city streets and he's firing his M16 situation, and he does a quick sort of tactical reload. They show that in kind of like training.
They say don't do it. Is that what they're saying?
That's what they say.
Val Kilmer got it wrong.
No, they show it in like military training sessions to show like this is the perfect way to do that.
Did he invent that?
I don't think he invented it, but I think he was just like he did it.
Perfectly,
he did it super clean. You know
I gotta
what
watch
I mean?
Heat again.
Yeah.
Because I think we have a similar opinion. We weren't blown away by it.
At the time, no.
But I think we're wrong.
I think when we watched it, which would have been shortly after it came out on home video, we were not of the age where we were actually interested in any of the drama of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were just like boring, get to the shooting.
Yeah.
Shooting's okay, blah, kind of thing. You know
exactly,
what I mean?
yeah.
And of course, one of my favorite roles, he's Gay Perry in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yes.
The co-starring with Robert Downey Jr. He's a private detective. They go on a buddy action thriller whodunit kind of situation. Really funny.
Yeah.
Really good. And what's another one?
Oh, I mean Tombstone.
Tombstone, of course.
Yeah.
Yep. Where he's Doc Holliday.
Yep. He was Batman.
He was Batman. That's
for
true.
a time.
Yeah.
He was Batman Forever. I like this movie. As it aged well, I don't know, but I've always enjoyed The Ghost in the Darkness, which is him and Michael Douglas, and there's 2 killer lions in Africa that they got to take down.
The Bwana Devils.
Yeah.
Also, he is, of course, Dieter von Kunth in MacGruber.
Yes.
Good work. What a run, I think. I mean, presumably also some duds, but...
Yeah, a lot of duds. Yeah, I mean, he did...
He did The Saint.
Yeah, he did. And after the 2000s, he did a lot of, like, direct-to-DVD stuff.
He's good in a David Mamet film called Spartan, but that movie itself is nonsense.
Okay, right. I mean, he never... I wouldn't say he's ever turned... Also, I was going to say he never turned in a bad performance. His Australian accent is good. I remember him doing one in The Saint.
Yeah.
Being like, damn, that's pretty goddamn solid.
Yeah.
Heat 2 is happening, by the way. Michael Mann's doing it. They've recast, like, everybody. And the book, I think, is a
it might be
prequel and
Austin
a
Butler
sequel.
in his role,
Yeah.
I think.
So, yeah, Heat 2. Let's go. Anyways, 65. That sucks.
Yeah.
Another person Tom Cruise has sucked the life out of.
Dear oh dear.
No, that's not true. I mean,
you don't know for sure that it's not true.
No, it's true. But I'm saying it as a joke. But I don't know whether it's true.
That's true, yeah.
But
it's a joke, but it's got a dark undercurrent of potential truth to it.
Exactly. But what a legacy. Like, an incredible and just varied role. What
a Karate Kid legacy.
Yeah.
What a Tron legacy.
That's right.
What a Top Gun Maverick legacy.
That's right. Also Willow, of course. He was in Willow as Hardigan.
I haven't seen Willow.
It's all right.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's all right, Mason.
Okay,
not my favorite, but he's good at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I watch Willow TV series?
Yeah, you know what? I'm the only person, but I do like the Willow TV series.
Trick question, I can't see it anymore because I got rid of it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry for saying that.
It's okay.
Yeah. There you go. Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Here's something that doesn't suck, Mason. This is big news. Spider-Man 4, which is the Tom Holland Spider-Man 4, is getting has a brand new title.
Uh-oh.
And speaking of, it's Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Okay.
Release date confirmed. I think we already knew this, for July 31st, 2026, which means it's in between Avengers movies.
Right, okay.
But people are concerned. Do you know why?
Is it because Brand New Day, the title they're using, is also the title of a Spider-Man comic book story, and it's the one where... Is it the one where he...
The devil makes him get divorced?
because Aunt May is dying, and so he makes a deal with Mephisto to say, what do you want to make Aunt May better? And he's like, your marriage. And so everybody...
So they get one more day together. The one you're talking about is Spider-Man One More Day.
One More Day,
But what people are thinking is if the last one was the Home trilogy, this could be the Day trilogy.
Oh, okay, right.
So this could lead
I'm not overly concerned.
No.
Except that it's a stupid naming convention and nobody remembers which movie is which.
Exactly. And the other thing about that is Spider-Man movies and movies in general, they're often named, but they're not direct adaptations.
No.
They already did Spider-Man and Mary Jane don't remember each other. They did that in the last fucking movie.
Well, they're going to hand wave it in the first 5 minutes of this movie, so don't worry about it.
So I would say this is almost certainly the start of a new Spider-Man trilogy, and I think this will lead into Miles Morales, and then that will kind of be it, kind of going forward. And whatever. I think Tom Holland will weave in and out of the MCU for as long as it's alive, or as long as he wants to do it.
Yeah. But I mean, 6 movies is probably enough to
plus Avengers movies, plus Civil War.
That'll result in a couple of decades of him doing this, and he wants to get into Uncharted sequels. I'm going to get Uncharted 2.
Didn't we talk about Uncharted? Isn't that coming up soon?
We did it on Caravan of Garbage.
Yeah, isn't that coming up in a couple of weeks?
It's coming up soon, James.
Isn't it bad? We both didn't like it.
It's a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie. It's got awful people in it.
Yeah.
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 It's not good.
No. Spider-Man. There you go. This is, I believe it's Destin Daniel Cretton who did Shang-Chi.
Oh, okay, right.
That was
pretty good. That's decent action sequences.
Oh no, sorry. There is. Brand New Day is a comic book storyline from 2008. So yeah, it's the aftermath of the status quo altering one more day.
Well, see, there we go. Okay,
so
right.
yeah, they are all.
Well, they'll be like a lot of these adaptations. They'll be adapting it. They'll use the name. They'll use a couple of loose concepts, and then it'll be its own thing. So.
Yep, absolutely. Just checking. I'm just confirming the director on this because I'm pretty confident. Yeah, it is. It's Destin Daniel Cretton. Right. Good. I like that choice. It's a good choice.
All right,
Mason.
Go on.
This is via the playlist. And they say this. Okay. There's a Cliff Booth movie in the works.
Okay.
So for people who don't know, you probably do, but Quentin Tarantino's last movie was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And
it was his most recent movie. It's not going to be his last movie.
No.
He's got one movie in the chamber, as it were.
Yeah, so he kind of, and this is sort of that.
Deep in the bowels of Quentin Tarantino is one more movie.
That's right.
Will it be good? Will it be bad? Or is he too chicken to ever make one?
Well, he did say this week that he wants to wait till his son's a little older so he can bring him to the film set. So he's not in a rush. He wants him to have those memories of being there.
Of his dad shouting at everybody.
His dad, he doesn't do that, Mason.
Okay.
He doesn't do that. He's like, read my great dialogue. And they do.
That's true.
And everyone does a good job. And they're genuinely good movies,
That's
Mason.
so true.
Anyway, Cliff Booth is a character from his last movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It also starred Leonardo DiCaprio. Brad Pitt played Cliff Booth, a man who killed his wife. Are there parallels to that in real life? Yeah, well, sometimes life imitates art just a little bit,
That's very true, isn't it?
Yeah. But apparently Netflix has signed on to produce the sequel, and David Fincher will direct.
Allegedly. Supposedly and allegedly.
Yeah, this could be one of those things that falls apart in the way that like Quentin Tarantino was going to do a Star Trek movie.
Yes.
And whatever. But I don't know. I think there's a very good chance this will happen. The playlist also notes that the script for the film actually comes from Tarantino, and it's tied into The Movie Critic. So that was the movie he was going to make. And
then he chickened out.
Yeah, it wasn't, and then he wasn't happy with it. And that was rumored to also involve Cliff Booth.
Yes.
But that changed, and maybe it did become this. We don't know. So that's kind of, and there's rumors that DiCaprio might come back, and maybe Margot Robbie could return as Sharon Tate or whatever. Yeah. So, and I guess that would mean it would be set in
the further adventures of Sharon Tate.
Yeah, that's right. Who's alive in this universe?
She is, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, cool. Let's, good names attached. Some of them.
Allegedly, if they in fact are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. But that looks like it's, because Fincher does Netflix stuff, and this is going to be a Netflix
right.
collaboration. But hopefully it does get a cinematic release.
For a week.
For a week. I really liked, what was Fincher's last one? Was it The Killer? Yeah, I really liked The Killer.
Killer was good.
Yeah, there you go. Speaking of movies, Mason, and we always are.
Yes. Sometimes we talk about TV shows.
Yeah,
congratulations. Video games.
Yeah, congratulations.
Switch 2's coming out.
It is. What do you think? Oh, wait, let's talk about that.
I don't know.
Yeah? You're going to get one? $700, whatever it will be here.
I only just got a Switch 1 because you bought one for me for my birthday several years ago.
I was going to say, that was a while ago now.
I played like 4 games on it.
You're welcome,
They're pretty good.
They're
pretty good games.
You're welcome. That was a lend, actually. So
was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to getting that back.
Okay, you've already got a Switch.
Yeah, but what if I had 2? Or the Switch 2? You know what? You can just buy me the Switch 2 and we'll call it even Steven Seagal.
Okay, great. That sounds really good. There's a new From Software game that is out for it that looks really good. I've forgotten the name of it already.
Yeah.
The down.
Dark Time.
Dark
Stalk
Tomb.
Man.
The Doom
Get a big sword.
Doom Tomb.
There's a big weird ghoul and he's stomping around.
Somebody turns into a were-dinosaur in that trailer.
Now that's movies.
That's right.
Or video games in this case, actually.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It seemed, I'm told it sort of leans more into the multiplayer arena than the previous, than like Bloodborne, but I think there might also just be a single player option there. So.
I haven't really played these, so
I'm bad at them.
Yeah?
I've played them, but I'm
Which
bad at them.
Which one did you play?
I played Bloodborne. I haven't got Elden Ring. I should get Elden Ring.
I don't have the confidence. I'm much like Tarantino. I'm a coward.
Yeah,
and
I can never quite get the timing right.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
it's just duck and roll, mate.
It is, yeah.
That's what you got to do. Yeah. I don't know what you're doing, but that's what
I'm rolling
doing.
then ducking.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't work at all.
That's great. Also, there was a big kerfuffle for a number of reasons. New tariffs have come in. I don't know if you've heard.
I've heard.
All the economies are crashing. And that's good.
Yeah.
Because that's what's supposed to happen.
Not in this room.
No, you better believe the podcast economy is stronger than ever.
As long as we never leave this room, we will be fine.
And so the pre-orders were delayed, and games are now US like $80, $90, which is a lot.
That's a lot.
So
welcome to our world.
Yeah,
where games are always that price anyway.
Yeah, but it's also Australian. It's different, obviously. But I would say, yeah, don't. I mean, if you can, just wait.
Wait a little bit.
You know, wait for prices to drop. But the thing is with like Nintendo-centric properties, if you go and buy a Super Mario Odyssey even now, it's still full price. They don't generally drop the price of those much unless you get like a second-hand one, I guess. But even it looked like there was some good stuff coming to it though, you know. And I'll get one at some point maybe.
New Donkey Kong game.
Yeah, they made him old school, like the googly-eyed Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah,
he's not like the Super Nintendo version, which they kind of stuck with for a while. Yeah. Anyways, Mason.
New Mario Kart's got a free roam mode.
Yeah, it does. You can drive between tracks. Boring. Nah, maybe it's good. I don't know.
Maybe it's good. Maybe people like. I think
Mario Kart's great. They're always great.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and I saw people go, "Oh, what's the point? Is there time trials? Is there blah blah blah?" No, it's just for people who just like, "Oh, look, I like the Rainbow Road or whatever. I'm just going to drive around it for a bit.
Yeah,
seems fun."
I hope that all the tracks in between the actual racetracks are boring.
Okay,
just nothing going on.
Great,
just a desert.
Good.
Yeah,
me too.
Great. Anyways, congratulations to those who went straight to this time code. Some people would have been like, what's going on with Coyote versus Acme? Let me know in the comments if that's
true.
you. So the long-delayed Looney Tunes movie Coyote versus Acme has officially found a new home at Ketchup Entertainment. They recently released The Day the Earth Blew Up.
That's right.
Which looked like it bombed. That's what it looked like that happened. But they bought this one.
That's right.
This was initially one of those $30 million Warner Brothers tax write-offs. But it seems as if...
And they claimed they destroyed it.
Yeah.
Those liars.
And it seems as if, though, according to a previous report, that the deal for this was $50 million. So Warner Brothers went, well, that's more than the tax write-off.
That's true.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
So this is going to get a release date in 2026. By all accounts, everybody who has seen this or involved says it's incredible.
Yeah.
And this one, I think I say it now, and hopefully I'll be true to my word, Mason. I do want to see this one. What about you?
Yeah, I do.
It's got Will Forte. It's got Jonathan Cena.
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that. You know, it's got the Looney Tunes in the real world. Situation, which
you love
is sometimes great.
You love it always.
I love it in Space Jam.
Remember the end of Space Jam 2? You thought Bugs Bunny had died, but he was all right.
Yeah, then I hooted and hollered in the cinema. If in fact I saw it at the cinema. Did I?
Oh, did we watch that at home?
I don't know, man.
It was in that era where nothing happened or everything happened.
That's right. But if you're wondering about Ketchup Entertainment, I think we mentioned this in a prior week. They also distributed the movie Hypnotic, where Ben Affleck was like, "There's too many hypnotics. They're doing a hypnotic on everybody and robbing a bank or something."
Not on me, I hope.
Well, they can't because I'm the best hypnotic. Also.
Whoa, okay.
That's right. Then Memory.
What the fuck's that?
Jessica Chastain and Peter Sarsgaard. Never heard of it. Or perhaps I don't remember it. They also produced Ferrari, which is the Michael Mann movie.
Oh, that movie that some people saw.
Yeah.
The movie that your dad saw. Oh, Memory. Yeah, okay.
And Hellboy the Crooked Man. So this is a big step up, I think.
Yeah.
Or is it? I mean, Hellboy the Crooked Man cost $10,000, so...
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Memory's got a good write-up. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'll watch the movie Memory.
Maybe.
It's directed by Michael Franco. Oh,
Fake name.
It's James Franco. No, it's not. It is Michael Franco. There you go.
Well.
There you go. Okay, so that's Ketchup Entertainment. Anyway, that'll come out, won't it?
Yep.
And then we'll know. Trailers ahoy. Whoa. I'm going to give the boat... Shut up, boat. I was going to pay the boat a compliment.
Okay.
But now I'm not going to.
What about that? They made a little tune for
I don't
you.
want that.
Wow.
Be normal. I was going to say you brought incredible trailers this week, and a lot of them.
Yeah. That was the fanfare for incredible trailers.
There's no fanfare.
Which will get bigger and more elaborate every week, I think.
What do you want? Fucking a clap for doing your job? Like, just do your job.
He's turned the iPad around and it's got, what tip do you want to deliver? And the minimum says 20%. It goes 20, 25, 30, 40%.
Unbelievable.
What tip are you going to let you...
Is there an optional tip or you have to hit one of the buttons?
Well, it says other amount, but you have to click that. And then they'll notice you're putting in like,
less.
Yeah.
I know, I tip.
Yeah, that's right.
Not this fucking boat.
Not the boat?
No.
Word's going to get around that you don't tip.
I'm going to knock that iPad into the ocean. That's right, we live near the ocean. What do you think of that? Right on a pier.
Well, how else would the boat get here?
That's what I'm telling you.
Anyway, should we talk some trailers?
Yeah, Mason.
What if this is somebody's first episode?
Good.
Yeah.
Karate Kid Legends. So this is...
They're all back. Jackie Chan.
Yep.
Ralph Macchio. Yep. That kid who's in the new Karate Kid.
He's in the new Karate Kid movie. Jaden Smith, maybe.
It's not Jaden Smith.
None of the people from Karate Kid's TV show.
No.
They need to teach...
Isn't Ralph Macchio in Cobra Kai?
He is, but none of the kids from it.
Oh, okay, right. So none of them are the iconic Karate Kid.
No, there's so many Karate Kids in that show, Mason. I started watching it for no reason. I just didn't. I just kind of...
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, there's got to be a reason, even if it's a deep-seated reason. It just wasn't that interesting.
No, I liked it enough.
Did you see? Were you like, that's enough Karate Kid for me?
Yeah, I like it though. It's a good show. Maybe I'll go back to it. I probably won't. But this is in the Karate Kids universe.
Okay.
But it's not. It doesn't reference a lot of that stuff directly.
Okay.
So yeah, for those people who don't know, Jackie Chan played the Mr. Miyagi character in his Karate Kid movie in
Jaden Smith Karate
2010, whenever that came out, maybe.
So will there be a line in this where Ralph Macchio's, like Jackie Chan's like, hey, Ralph Macchio, why don't you bring one of your kids in to be the Karate Kid? And he's like, well, none of those kids were good enough.
Yeah.
And then it just cuts to all the kids from Cobra Kai, and they're watching on a monitor, and they're like,
what?
What? I thought I was going to be the next Karate Kid.
Nah, man, this is a new Karate Kid.
Is he ever referred to as the Karate Kid in the Karate Kid movies?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know. Wait, in all of them?
In any of them?
I don't know.
Okay.
Are you going to ask your Hilary Swank question?
No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
She's not in it. I'm aware.
She's
too busy being in Yellow Jackets.
Fucking Yellow Jackets. Is she?
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
No, I do like Yellow Jackets. Yeah. There you go. Anyway, Karate Kid's come out. Looks pretty good. Karate Kid.
Hilary Swank in it?
Is she?
Is she? I'm asking you.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't rule it out.
I'm not ruling it out.
She should show up in the post-credits and everybody in the world goes, what? What do you mean? Why is this?
Is this a Boys Don't Cry sequel?
Yeah.
Is this a sequel to the movie The Core? With
Could
starring
be.
Hilary Swank and
Yes.
Aaron Eckhart?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. We also got a trailer. It's an Apple exclusive movie, and it's also directed by a man who directs 9 movies a year, Guy Ritchie.
Oh, yes.
It's called Fountain of Youth, and it stars John Krasinski as a man who thinks he's Indiana Jones, and he runs around with Natalie Portman, and they
Think Deanna Jones.
he's got a little outfit on, and it's just
he's got his corduroy jacket on.
Yeah.
He's driving a Shelby Cobra.
Yep.
That's that car with the stripes on it.
That's cool, man.
Did he steal it or is it his car? It's
Whoa.
got it all, this guy.
He certainly does.
I don't entirely hate it.
No, I don't entirely hate it.
But I'm not.
It looks more real than a lot of Apple movies. It looks real locations.
It does look. I mean, so either they've actually gone to real locations. They make a point of being like, we're going to
start
5.
again.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not true. No, they probably
they make a point in the trailer to be like, this is happening over 5 continents or whatever. So either they went there or they just went, let's do some decent visual effects on this one.
And they did.
But it does have a touch of the fake movies to it. Starting with the fact that it's just called Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
You couldn't think of a better title than Fountain of Youth?
The Fountain of Youth? John Krasinski's The Fountain of Youth.
That's right.
Now he's doing an Indiana Jones, even though it feels more like the librarian, those movies.
Ouch.
I've never seen those. But
Ouch.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Ouch.
You know how he's playing like an Indiana Jones-esque character?
Yeah.
I think the look is not
as iconic?
Yeah, or not. I don't mean like even as Indiana Jones, but if you look at like Rick O'Connell's got a look, Star-Lord's got a look. These guys have like a look, and I feel like he doesn't have, his look isn't.
They're trying to make it a look. Though.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't hate it. He's got the vest. He's got the corduroy.
He's got a blue shirt under that.
He's got a blue shirt.
Corduroy.
That iconic blue shirt.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Is he missing a hat? I don't know.
I think if he had a hat, people would be like, oh, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So
I don't know, maybe just a big pair of Oakleys.
Oh, you think the speed dealer Oakleys?
Yeah, like keep the outfit.
Yeah.
Oakleys with a chain.
Okay, what about this? Like parachute material tracksuit.
I'm listening.
You know,
I'm listening and I'm loving it.
It's big and it's like purple and teal or whatever.
Okay.
You know, Charlotte Hornets colours.
Yes.
And he's got the orange speed dealers on.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's get the Fountain of Youth.
Because he's already
and it's Danny McBride.
I mean, that would be way better. Obviously.
Let's get the Fountain of Youth, you mother effers. I hear the Righteous Gemstones is very good.
It's wrapping up, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I know. I should start that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what fucking platform it's on here.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Anyway, we're certainly spending a lot of time on this Fountain of Youth trailer.
Because we're trying to find something that's either really good to stick
Who's the third person in it?
The other lady.
Yeah.
I bet I've seen it
Natalie
before.
Portman and...
Yeah, I'll tell you who it is. It's coming up.
Eliza Gonzalez. Domhnall Gleeson in it,
Donuts Gleeson is in this.
Yeah. Oh, Stanley
Carmen
Tucci's in it.
Yogo.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Stanley Tucci's in it.
Yeah.
Great.
It's great.
Oh, Mother's Milk. Laz Alonso was in this.
That's right.
He's from The Boys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this could be a real movie. It's out May 23rd.
Well, you've certainly changed your tune.
You know.
Yeah.
I just love movies.
And we do. Okay, here he's got a sort of denim shirt.
Yep.
And a kind of a green sort of scarf, necker scarf.
Is that a real trailer though, or is that a fake trailer?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's from Film Select. I don't know. No, look, this is the official trailer.
Is he wearing the scarf on that one? But he's not wearing the scarf on the
He's
top?
wearing the scarf. He's wearing the scarf.
Oh, he's wearing the scarf.
I
You're right.
don't mind that look at all.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
So he's got an iconic scarf, you're saying.
Should I start dressing like this?
You do dress like that. That's you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
No, you're more of a Tim from The Office than a Jim from The Office.
Damn.
I got you, man.
Damn.
I got you hard just then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you'd know because you're Gareth?
Thank you.
No problem.
I accept. Then we got a trailer for the Naked Gun reboot / legacy sequel.
That's
starring
right.
Liam Neeson.
And yes, it is a legacy sequel because he's Frank Drebin Jr.
Yeah, that's right.
We talked about this recently that I was looking forward to this. So this is directed by Keeve from The Lonely Island.
Yes.
So did he direct Pop Star Never Stop Never Stop?
I believe he did.
Or did
yeah,
they
I
all
can
do
look
it
that up.
collectively? But this is a good choice. I think it's.
I agree.
You know,
Somebody wrote in last week and was like, what would you like to see as a parody movie? I think we named them specifically and then forgot that they did this. Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's going to be poking at all the. I think the time is ripe to do a movie that is poking at all the various tropes of legacy sequels. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't shock me if in the post-credit sequence he gets the Frank Drebin white hair.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
he earns
absolutely.
it somehow.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
So he directed Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Popstar, The Watch, and Hot Rod.
Okay, great. Good
So
call.
there you
Good
go.
shot. Good work.
Yeah.
Good work, Keeve.
Yeah. There's some good jokes in it.
Yeah. There's the room at the police station that is devoted to the cops who are the children of other cops who they're just in the room to cry under their portraits. There's the dig at O.J. Simpson.
Yep. He's a little girl and he
He's
takes
a little
off his
girl
mask
and he takes
and
the
it's-
mask off, yeah.
I think Liam Neeson does deadpan humor very well.
And Deadpool humor.
And yeah, he probably could do a Deadpool humor. I think, the thing about like a Frank Drebin character is that he's not doing jokes.
Correct, yes.
He plays it 100% straight, which is, I think he could do. I think this could be good.
I think this could be good also.
Yeah. Wow. Next trailer, Mason.
Go on.
Matugan. Or Maforgan? I don't know. So there was Mathregan came out last year or the year
That's
before.
right, yep.
It's about an AI girl who she's really protective and loves the girl who is her owner, but too much so, and she uses AI to try and kill everybody. And this time around, it's a Terminator 2 situation.
That's right.
Where there's an even newer AI robot girl, and they have to put Matugan
back into a new Mathregan body.
But she's now like normal adult size and they have to fight Terminator 2 style.
That's right.
Looks fun.
Looks fun.
What do you think?
I think it looks fun too.
Yeah. Nothing else? That's it?
I think that's it. I don't know. What do you want from me?
No, I just want to know what you think.
Okay.
And you think it looks good.
I do think it
That's
looks
good enough for me.
Yep.
There's also a trailer for talking about horror trailers. Bring Her Back. That trailer.
Oh, this is from the Talk to the Hand. What's
Talk
it
to the
actually
Hand,
called?
guys.
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Yep.
It's from directors Danny and Michael Philippou. I never know how to say that
Are
name.
they the Raka
They're the
guys?
Raka
Is that
Raka
the
guys,
name?
yeah. And now they make incredible horror movies, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
So Sally Hawkins is in this, though, which I think that's an incredible get. They recently left the Street Fighter reboot.
Okay.
So this looks more in line, obviously, with what they've done prior. But that's not a bad thing, I think. This looks like it could be super cool, Mason.
Super cool.
Yeah, and that's out May 30th. That's right after The Naked Gun, etc. There's a lot of movies coming out soon, isn't there?
Movies.
And speaking of Mason,
Go on.
we saw a preview, which I thought was only going to be in cinemas for Superman,
That's right.
coming out in 2025, middle of the year.
Now this
Love it.
is sort of an expansion of the majority of this leak, or not leak. This reel is sort of an expansion of what we saw in the trailer. It's Superman has been injured in some sort of battle, presumably with that Bizarro guy that might be Ultraman or something,
Or whatever it is, yeah.
some guy, and he calls for Crypto, the super dog, to come rescue him. But in this, we see a little more of that, and he's a real jerk of a dog.
Yeah.
And some people are mad at that, but I'm like,
No,
you ever own a dog? Sometimes they're real jerks.
Yeah, dog bit me. Not my dog, but a dog bit me yesterday.
Whoa.
Just standing there and a dog just bit me.
Huh.
And
What were you doing?
I was
though?
literally standing talking to its owner,
Uh-huh.
and it just stepped in and bit me. And it wasn't even worth even mentioning because it was like a little schnauzer thing.
Oh, right.
I just like looked down. I'm like, this fucking dog just bit me.
Yeah.
And then it didn't even bark and bite me. It just
Just
went in and bit me.
Just went in for a but yeah, like clearly,
That dog doesn't know I could kill it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back.
You should send a threatening letter.
Agreed.
Hey, show your dog this letter. It's a little pictogram of you kicking the dog
Absolutely, yeah.
into power lines.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, you're right. And Crypto,
He wants to play.
yeah, and
he
also
thinks this is fun.
He's a he's a bit of a bloody ratbag dog or whatever you want to call him. But he's also got superpowers. So yeah, he would be terrifying.
Yeah.
Also,
I enjoy the fact that, he's like a lot of dogs. He doesn't really understand what's going on, but he's trying his best.
yeah, that's right.
And that's fun.
Yeah, I think it's great.
And we get a look at the Superman robots.
Yeah.
That we get a look at the Fortress of Solitude coming out of the earth.
Love all of that.
Cool.
That's great.
But they bring him into the Fortress of Solitude and they put him on They do a big scan on him and they put him in some sort of healing chamber and give him a full dose of solar radiation to put him back together. I think this is good because it does show general audiences that he's not invulnerable all the time, which I think is maybe the number one problem of Superman non-fans is they're like, well, he's not interesting because you can't harm him.
Yeah,
so.
no, the dog can beat him up.
Yeah, that's right.
We've talked about this before. If a dog can kill a human being, then a super dog could kill a Superman.
That's so true, yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the robots because that's like Grant Morrison-esque kind of, I don't know, just like a Fortress of Solitude where there's like stuff going on.
Yep.
Like it's like an active like environment, there's things there and it's not just empty, I mean, it is a big crystal room, but it's not just an empty crystal room, there's Kryptonian technology in there and all of that. I love, and all the I think I love how he like thanks the robots.
Yeah. There's a point there where
that's Alan Tudyk, it seems, by the way, one of those robots.
Yeah, there's an Alan Tudyk. I thought maybe I recognized another voice, but who knows? But it seems that some of the robots are new, which means they're being built by the Fortress or something. Maybe
or they build each other.
Maybe they're building each other. I don't know.
Yeah. We see later, because the rest of the trailer is pretty much the same.
Yeah,
and we saw this in the previous trailer. But
although a little bit of an addition, I think there's the moment where you see Superman and he's in a room with Lois and there's the big giant artificial sun or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You see Green Lantern fighting it.
Really?
Yeah, hang on. I'll see if I can bring up a little.
I did not notice that.
You see him shooting his laser beams at it.
That's cool for Green Lantern to be doing that.
Oh, you agree?
Yeah.
He's like, Superman, where are you? He's like, I got to kiss Lois Lane. If you could give me
hey,
a
man,
goddamn minute.
We all get it.
Yeah. We see Mr. Terrific, who seems to be looking out for Lois Lane as well. Lex Luthor, original hater, crying so much because he hates Superman so much. That's always good.
He does love a big cry about that, doesn't he? Yeah.
James, I can't spot it right now, but
that's okay.
I assure you it's probably in there.
Let me check.
Yeah.
It'd be in Google. No, it wouldn't, because fucking,
Yeah.
Everything's bad all the time. This is out soon.
Yes.
July 10th, 2025. Also, love the suit. Love it.
Yeah.
I think just the more I see of it, the more I'm like, yep, good. It's good.
Yeah.
I like the logo design on it. I like everything about it. I like him as well as Superman, as the very little that we've seen of him.
Yeah.
David Corenswet. I think he's I don't know. I think he's gonna nail it. Is it gonna be great? I hope so.
I hope so.
But
It'd be a shame if it was bad.
Yeah, I would hate that.
It's gotta be at least pretty entertaining.
I'll take
right?
pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could it be a little bit overstuffed? Potentially.
Maybe.
I reckon it might be a little long. If I had to guess.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know. Same.
I hope it's 10 hours long.
I hope it's 10 hours long too. Yeah, that's right.
I hope it's long and boring.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this, Mason. Tron Ares.
Oh, yep.
So the director of this, he worked on Pirates 5 and Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. That's not great news, but also those movies are nobody's fault. Don't even worry about it. This was written by Jack Thorne, who recently also did Adolescence for Netflix.
Oh.
It's got music by Nine Inch Nails.
That's right.
It's a beautiful looking trailer and movie, it seems.
Jared Leto's in it.
We don't like him.
Why is he the main guy? We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know how he keeps getting work.
Yep.
Good on his agent.
Yeah, well
we
done,
should look up his. We should look. Jared.
Send them a congratulations fruit basket, perhaps.
Yeah.
Do you reckon we can get him some, send him something? Send Jared Leto something through this agent.
WME.
Oh yeah, they're
and
one of the good
CAA
ones.
for musical representation for his band 30 Seconds to Mars.
Great band.
WME.
Great band, Mason.
Yeah.
Don't you love that band?
I don't think I've heard a single second of 30 Seconds to Mars. Chris Rock is with WME.
Whoa.
Daniel Kaluuya is with WME.
Whoa. Great.
It is good.
And Jared Leto. But yeah, I mean, this is Tron in the real world.
Oh yeah, I mean the primary thing with this, I mean that was the plot of Tron Legacy.
Yep.
Is that the denizens of the grid, specifically Clue 2, who was Jeff Bridges' alternate AI guy.
This is Tron Man.
It was his Tron Man. He wanted to figure out how to use the device that puts humans into the computer world and get the computer people into the real world.
Flip it.
And that his plot failed, of course, and then Jeff Bridges exploded. But
did he?
I mean, he did. You see it. But then Garrett Hedlund escaped the computer world back into his real world, but he brought with him Olivia Wilde, who was a computer lady, and then she became a real lady. Will she be in this? No, doubt it.
Well,
Jeff Bridges is back.
Yeah, he's back.
He's at least doing the voiceover, even though he exploded. Yeah. But I guess he didn't explode.
Yeah, they're all in continuity.
Right.
So, I mean, that movie really leans into the idea that there is a direct sequel to that. It's got Cillian Murphy in it, who was going to be like a villain in later movies.
Because he was the son of Dillinger, who was the bad guy in the original version.
Yeah. Joseph Kosinski, who did Top Gun Maverick, was going to direct. Well, he directed the second one. He was going to direct the third one. And it just kind of stalled for a decade plus.
The last movie, of course, was soundtracked by Daft Punk, who've since broken up.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, they got too much cigarette ash and red wine in their helmets, and they had to stop doing it. They just couldn't get it out.
Yeah,
and then you got to stop.
And you don't want a new helmet.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
you got to retire. But I think 9 Inch. I mean, if what we're hearing in this
incredible choice,
is representative of what's in the movie, I think 9 Inch Nails. You know, they weren't going to be like, well, let's do a bloody what's the 9 Inch Nails album called? Closer. We're not going to do we're not going to do a 9 Inch Nails movie soundtrack. Yeah. We're going to do something akin to.
You wanted 30 Seconds to Mars and David Guetta, didn't you? You wanted those two together.
Yeah, I wanted David Guetta. And I wanted David Guetta to announce every song before it comes on.
There was a moment, because we've talked about Big Tron before.
Yes.
What if Big Tron was in it? And there's a moment where you see one of those, something's like looming over the city.
The recognizer.
And I'm like, whoa, are we going to get a Big Tron?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And right. Like a Godzilla-sized Tron.
Yeah, right.
Whatever that looks like.
No, we will not get that. But we did get, of course, the light cycles in the real.
Love that,
and
man.
I think that is a strong opening
So
for this
good.
trailer. That the two presumably evil guys, because they're red, flying through the real life city on the light cycles, and then being pursued by the police, and then they activate the light cycle beam, and it cuts the cop car in half. That was very, very fun, I think.
Well, it seems like Jared Leto is one of the red guys. So maybe the red guys aren't always bad guys.
Maybe.
But I like the rest of the cast for this. Jeff Bridges is in it. Evan Peters is in it.
Gillian Anderson is in this.
Gillian Anderson is in it. Cameron Monaghan's in it.
Oh, yeah, we know him.
Yeah,
he's our real-life friend.
Yeah, we know him through social medias, etc.
Correct.
So, yeah, almost every element of this movie I am excited for. And maybe the movie itself is good enough where I can overlook the Jared Leto thing. Let's see. But
I can only hope.
Wow. Tron Ares. Big Tron. Do you think we're going to get much in-grid Tron stuff, or is it going to be mostly pixels?
Great question. Ooh.
I mean, you have to get some, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, what we see does look good. We see what looks like the evil bad guy's sort of hangar from the previous movie. We also see in the trailer, you know how Jeff Bridges exploded in the last one? And it was that big beam of light. It seems like that's what they're converging on. So I suspect maybe the big beam of light is how they're going to get into the real world or something like that.
Man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Etc.
Hey.
Anyway, we're going to watch the other two Tron movies for Caravan of Garbage this year, probably.
Great.
It'd be good to go back to the Troniverse.
Tell you what, the effects in this look really good.
Amazing.
I mean, given, Disney's track record of the last few years of just
You're saying this movie looks like something.
It looks like something, which is nice. Maybe they've worked really hard on this specifically.
Yeah.
Because before Tron Legacy came out, they made the trailer first.
Yeah, they did.
And they worked really hard on that. And I guess that forced them to make the movie look as good as it did. But, Disney Marvel's track record for the last few years is just to constantly get the visual effects artists to restart everything over and over and over again. So instead of having 6 months to work on a movie, they've got 2 weeks or whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe whoever you said was directing this has put his foot down.
I hope he has.
Me too.
Wow, Mason. See you, Boat. Boat's gone now.
Boat is gone.
Boat did good work today.
I think so
Don't
too.
tell the Boat that I said that. Okay. It's by Deadline.
I think somebody's warming up to the boat.
Nope.
Well,
an investigation by Deadline discovered that...
I think somebody's found his sea legs.
No.
It's you.
That instead of...
You like taking a boat?
What's that?
You like taking a boat?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take a boat all goddamn day.
I got some time off around here.
You going to take a boat?
I'm thinking about taking a ferry.
Where are you going to go?
No, just getting a
across
ferry.
Across the bay?
Yeah, maybe. Getting a ferry across the bay. Maybe they have a, concession stand.
Oh, they might.
What a treat.
Can
Sit on the back of the boat. You can come. Yeah.
I'd love to go on a ferry.
Yeah.
So basically, if you don't know, and if you're a fan of movies and you've been on the internet, there's a bunch of fake trailers pop up for movies that exist or also don't exist.
Uh-huh.
There's whole YouTube channels dedicated to these AI kind of slop making trailers.
Oh, it's Forrest Gump 2.
Yeah, it's Forrest Gump 2. It's whatever. And you can normally pick them immediately just from the thumbnail alone, even if the movie itself is going to be real or is
But not
real.
everyone can.
Not everybody can, no.
Because it'll often the thumbnail will often feature actors who are definitely not in the movie,
Yeah.
or who were in the previous movie but are definitely not in this, or
Sometimes they're dead.
yeah, or thumbnails of characters who maybe they're in the movie but they wouldn't reveal that in the thumbnails of the trailer, etc. You know what I mean?
And they'll often sometimes people will use thumbnails, AI thumbnails for just regular trailers to make it look like there's a scene or this is a trailer that's not what it actually is, which is just a regular trailer.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they've been running rampant, and Deadline, they investigated this and they realized that instead of getting copyright struck, several Hollywood studios asked YouTube to actually ensure that the ad revenue generated by the videos go in the direction of the studios. So the studios were like, we don't care about this as long as we get the money. Like that's the idea behind it. But of course, there's complications related to that. Also, after the investigation was published, YouTube then, they turned off ad revenue on two channels that do this, Screen Culture and KH Studios. They're some of the biggest fan-made trailers. So
certainly this is interesting because on the one hand, if it is a fully AI trailer, it could very well use elements from an actual movie, which are trademarked, and copywritten or whatever it is.
And you're also using actors' likenesses and et cetera.
Actors and likenesses. Yeah. So I guess on some level, these big studios would have some claim over that.
Yeah. I mean, I care about less that and more, and this has been brought up, that the SAG-AFTRA brought this up, the Actors Union, where basically they're exploiting actors without their permission and using AI to take their literal image and make a thing that's not real, and they're not compensated for that. Also, it's not real.
Although the actors aren't going to get compensated for this at all.
No, that's exactly right. You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
Yes. KH Studios founder, they told Deadline, I've been running KH Studio full-time over 3 years now, putting everything into it. It's tough to see it grouped under misleading content. In the demonetization decision, when my goal has always been to explore creative possibilities, not to misrepresent real releases. And look, maybe that is the idea. Maybe they're not looking to mislead, but I still think... I mean, this is all... I fucking hate all this, by the way. Like, whether or not they have the right to do this, I think we're still early days on so much of this stuff.
Yeah, because it's interesting, because if somebody took, I don't know, if they took a bunch of clips from the Christopher Reeve Superman movies and they mixed them all together and went, in different contexts and added some effects, or like not in terms of AI, but just in terms of editing.
That's been a thing for ages.
They'd go, and here's Superman 5 or whatever. They've done that's a fan-made trailer. That's not...
Yeah, exactly.
It is using clips from copyrighted movies, but I would say it's probably fair use.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of they're not selling it, although they are getting ad revenue, I would assume, for this sort of stuff.
That's right.
But is it worse to just have your, an AI system like Midjourney or whatever makes video clips now, and just have it scrub its database for all the video clips it's stolen, and then generate something somehow. But also, there's no way to do that coherently. There is still some element of editing to that.
Yeah, right.
Even though it's just doing prompts, somebody still has to go, okay, well, we need the scene to flow a certain way. Or maybe I've never watched one of these trailers,
I can't
so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do make any sense.
I might get one automatically played for me on Facebook or something every now and then. But no, I don't seek these out because, again, I hate them. And it's normally people just looking forlorn and moving slightly.
That's right. And looking into the middle distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, man. Bad. It's just, I don't know.
I don't know if we talked about this off air, but so many of those... AI movies that people make, it is just people looking forlorn into the middle distance,
and fire
dramatically, and there's fire in the background. And I said to you, so many of them feel like that moment in the first Avengers movie where they're finally formed up as a team, and the camera's sort of spinning in a circle, and they're getting ready to fight the final battle, and the Hulk's there, and all that sort of stuff. But the thing about that scene is that evokes a feeling because you've had the entire movie and several movies prior to that where you've learned about the characters and they, and especially in the Avengers, they meet and they don't get along and then they overcome their problems and then they're there and they're all teamed up.
We all know the Avengers, Mason.
Of course we do. But all the AI trailers are just that look, but
Yep.
nothing behind them.
Yeah.
And so it's like, do you remember something that was kind of like that? Well,
Here's another thing.
here's another thing that's kind of like that. You feel the same, and you go,
I do.
Well, I sort of recognize the look.
Yeah.
But you haven't put anying.
It's very glossy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very glossy, yeah.
Yeah, and again, this is going to get better, but I don't know, man. I just, the whole thing just feels really gross.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And
yeah.
meaningless.
And meaningless, you're right.
You know, if...
I think, like you said, I think there really is an artistry to taking something, and even in a trailer, like making a fake trailer, existing footage, and like re-editing it into something.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is like, I think that is to me, and what's the real difference, I guess, because it's both repurposing footage. But
Yeah.
to me, that is like an actual creative expression.
Yeah.
Where this is just like Superman's Will Smith stares into middle distance, fire.
Yeah.
Explosion,
Uh-huh.
you know, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that. Who cares? Who wants that? Who wants this?
Who wants it? Again, I think maybe the future for this is there will be some high profile lawsuits, and then kind of the copyrighted material and the non-copyrighted material in these AI generating tools is kind of siloed.
Yeah.
So you can be like, I want to make a trailer using prompts, and I can use the public domain footage. It'll draw from this, which is free.
Yeah.
Or I can pay to use the copyrighted material. And if that's and you know, you can test out each one.
Yeah.
Or and if you want to pay for one of them, you can do that.
Yeah.
So then at least the people who
Yeah.
made
like-
the original stuff.
It's like, you know, you can use stock footage for documentaries. You
exactly.
You get access
Yeah.
to a bank of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do movie studios or even like, are they interested in putting like their entire content
I
within
wouldn't
one
think
of these
so.
things?
No,
and then
absolutely.
And then like, do you pay actors residuals? Like, how does this even? I don't know.
Well,
man.
I've come up with a full plan.
I like
It's
your
ready
plan.
to
It's
go.
good.
Yeah.
At least we
I
don't have
put
to
it in a
figure it
note
out.
in my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, I deleted it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's life. Should we move on then?
Let's move on.
A Minecraft movie.
Yes.
Long time in production. It's been like 10 years ish.
That's
Trying
right.
to get something in this field going, as it were.
A wonderful computer
Opportunity.
game series. Opportunity.
Yep.
When did the first Minecraft game come out?
Why are you asking me that?
I'm going to look it up.
All right.
2011.
Yeah, it was 2011. So essentially, they're trying to take what works about Minecraft, blocks, exploration,
Minecraft,
etc., and then turn it into a movie. And they've done that. And on a budget of $150 million, it looks as if the US opening is conservatively around $150 million, which is above the Mario movie's 146. And it's looking to make about $125 million more overseas. Again, those are lower numbers. This is
It's a big hit.
big and will probably remain big for a sequence of time.
The kids have been waiting for this one. I'll tell you what.
It seems like they have
And
been.
probably the adults.
Probably the adults. What do you think the story was?
Oh, no. All right. Okay, before we start, are you ready to cheer wildly?
Yeah.
At some things that I say?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm not going to. I'm ready to do it, but
Do you
I won't.
have a cheer? Well,
Hang
hang
let
on.
me
You know
check.
what?
Hang on.
No.
One of these is cheer.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, you got that button ready?
Yeah.
Yellow button. All right. Okay.
Well, let's go for it.
Yeah. All right. So it's about a.
And that's comedy, everyone.
Yeah, it's comedy. It's about a guy called Steve. Minecraft Steve. Yeah. Anyway, he was a kid and he wanted to go in the mine, but they wouldn't let him go in the mine.
There's that
Then
one
he
guy,
grows
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't like working in the regular world, so I'm going to go into the mine. So he goes into the mines.
Yep.
And he finds
sorry.
he finds a sorry, I shouldn't have paused there.
Pause for longer next time.
And then he goes into some real world mines and he finds two pieces of an artifact and he puts them together and opens a portal and it goes to Minecraft, the overworld of Minecraft. You push the button.
Wait. It's good to wait.
Nice.
A weird amount of time.
Okay.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But anyway, we can do it. That's what I'm doing there is I'm simulating my movie-going experience. I couldn't stop hooting and hollering. But anyway, then Minecraft Steve, he goes into the overworld and he discovers he can make anything he can imagine in the Minecraft overworld. And then he meets some villains and the villains want to use the magic of the orb cube thing to
I like how they call it an orb, but it's a cube.
yeah, it's a fun joke. It's a good joke. It's the best joke in the movie.
Maybe.
Yeah, but then he doesn't want them to do that because they're going to use the magic to do evil stuff.
Yeah.
So he gives the orb to his pet wolf, and the wolf goes through the portal in the regular world and drops the
It's a square wolf.
It's a square wolf, and it drops it under his bed, and then that part of the movie's over, and then there's a bunch of other characters. So Jason Momoa is a guy from the 80s.
Yep.
He's an 80s video game guy. He's really good at playing video games in the 80s, but now he's a big loser.
Yep.
And he runs a old time video game junk shop or whatever. And I wonder if any of his video game skills will be utilized in this video game movie. They won't.
Not
at all.
Yeah, not at all.
Anyway, he's one of the characters in the movie, and then there's a tween boy.
Yep.
And he's moved to this town with his sister and it's
because their parents are dead or something.
Their parents are dead, and then he's incredibly creative that in the real world he can build a jetpack out of junk parts. I wonder if his ability to innovate and come up with crazy inventions will be useful in this video game movie. Mostly not. It won't.
Somewhat.
No. And then his sister's there, and then there's a lady who's a real estate agent. She's also there.
She's there too.
Is that everybody?
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway,
there's Jennifer Coolidge and other people pop up, but they're not.
Anyway, they find the orb, and then they go into the Minecraft world, and then it's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's crazy in there. Anyway, my experience, I don't know what your movie going experience was, but I was in the city.
Yeah.
In having lunch with my family on a Friday.
And you took them to this?
No, I didn't. I did absolutely.
Your dad saw this movie, did he?
No, I said I'm going to go see Minecraft, and they went, oh, okay. Anyway, and they went, sorry. But I went and I was having lunch with my family, and then when it was over, I'm like, I'll go to the next available screening of Minecraft, which was at 3:15 on a Friday afternoon.
Amazing.
Which is when all the
school braked early as well because it's end of term.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'll go. What kind of experience will I have? Nuts. It was nuts in there. Honestly, it was basically a full cinema.
Did you have anyone sitting next to you?
No, I picked it like a real
thank God
out of the way spot,
like a creep.
Yeah, like a creep. And let me tell you, people were wild for this movie. It was crazy. At one point, I think it was the first time we saw the overworld, somebody in the audience screamed out, Minecraft! And everybody started applauding and screaming. When Steve appeared, everybody screamed. Minecraft Steve. When somebody said the Nether, I think it's
realm or whatever.
Nether realm, everybody screamed. Any reference?
Enderman.
At one point, a pig with a crown appeared in the movie, and everybody screamed. They went, I think it's a famous Minecraft player or something. When somebody would say flint and steel, people would scream.
What about when Jack Black said yearned for the mines? Do people love that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think everybody screamed. I'm pretty sure everybody screamed.
Yeah. Like this?
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah. People went nuts. But for the rest of the movie, not so much.
Yeah, it seems as if you said people weren't laughing at the actual jokes.
No, so this is directed by Jared Hess, who people would probably most famously know. He directed the movie Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre, which had Jack Black in it.
There are shades of that in this, especially in the real world stuff.
Yeah, so the kid in this movie, the two kids, the boy with the wild, incredible imagination who's going to do incredible things, and his sister who's also there.
Yeah.
They moved. I think is it called Chugville or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, it's sort of pitched as kind of a weird Midwestern town, a la Napoleon Dynamite, and they're
built around this chip factory.
And there are characters, like a kind of hippy dippy school teacher or what have you, and that's like sort of Jared Hessian. They're all kind of oddballs, but there's no time for any of those characters to shine. There's
a lot of that in this where like this character's sort of this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Feels like there's 20 minutes cut out of this. In all honesty,
because there's also some.
But 20 minutes of like bits that maybe jokes or bits that explain other things.
Well, nobody's paying attention to the jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody in my cinema cared when anybody did an actual joke.
Yeah.
It was irrelevant.
Yeah. Also, the humor's not great.
No.
I think there's some okay jokes.
I would like it. I'm not being like, well, these kids shouldn't enjoy anything. Like people, when we went to, the final Avengers movies, people went absolutely nuts. And
we pissed our pants.
We all collectively pissed our pants. But, why not? If you've wanted to see this for years.
And that's the thing. Like this, I went with my kids who both loved it.
Have they played any Minecraft?
My son a little bit, but they just know it. Like during this, I'm like, doing a movie, I'm like, what's that?
Chicken Jockey.
Chicken Jockey.
So
like he understands all that stuff, even though he hasn't played that, because it's just like it's in the culture so much.
Yeah,
So I think this absolutely works as a Minecraft movie, but as a movie in itself, no, not as much.
Yeah. Well, look, I would like to say if they're all a bunch of fans of Minecraft out there, stop listening. Unless you can take a bloody joke, I'll tell you that much.
Whoa. I didn't hate it.
I kind of hated it.
It was like...
It's boring.
Sometimes.
What I would say is that I'm reviewing this from the perspective of a person who has played like 20 minutes of the game several years ago, and I'm not experienced with it. I am as a man of a certain age.
Sure.
If I'm no experience with this, would you enjoy that? And I'm going to say probably not. Honestly, there's not enough in it. If you
do you think how would you compare it to like the Mario movie? Whatever Sonic movies you've seen.
It's worse than the Sonic movies.
I know, yeah. And I know, like, we talked about this before the show, but like the Lego movie is good outside of the fact that it is Lego.
Yeah, so like, a lot of the discourse this week has been the disparate review scores between critics' reviews and audience reviews, and the critics' reviews are quite low, the audience reviews are quite high, and it's like, well, these critics, et cetera, are there to hate it because it's a kid's movie or based on an IP or whatever it is. But if you look at the Lego movies, the critics' reviews are quite high. Yeah. And I think that's because there's stuff in it for adults.
And there's a heart to it.
Yeah, I think this movie really, if you are just looking for the game that you love translated one-to-one to another medium with little to no value add, that you're going to get that.
Yeah.
But if you're here because you don't know it and you'd like something other than Jack Black in character as Jack Black saying references to this game in a funny voice.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll sing a song.
Yeah, he'll improvise a song. They've given him the how Sam Rockwell always has to dance in a movie now, even sometimes when he probably doesn't want to.
Yeah.
But they know he's good at it. They've seen Jack Black in the Mario movie and they're like, can you riff a little?
Yeah. The soundtrack is mostly just him.
Yeah.
Singing.
But to me there was no value in this movie. There was some funny like a bit like there's a moment when early on in the movie before the main characters have gone to the Minecraft world where the kid is getting ready for his first day at school and his sister, who's going to work at the potato factory, she's like, I've made you this tater tot pizza. Yeah. And she's a bit kind of odd and weird. And she's like, you can take this to school and make friends by
That's a Napoleon Dynamite thing.
That's a Napoleon Dynamite thing. And I'm like, oh, good, she's going to be weird.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a little bit... No, they just get rid of that.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
I liked the bit where he built the jetpack and it flew into the chip mascot and it fell into the river. I thought that was like...
Yeah.
Just the whole town is built around the economy of this chip man. And I was like, that's pretty strange. It's a weird thing to put in a Minecraft movie. So I didn't mind that. I found, Jack Black, he's very big in this, which you have to be. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think he's fun and got a lot of energy. I think Jason Momoa, he's just doing like Kenny Powers, Billy Mitchell. Like that's, and I didn't love that. And he screams a lot. Yeah. Like he screams quite a bit.
Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. So
and the other two or whatever.
If you go on Twitter, or I assume you go on your favorite pirating site or whatever, there's like a work print version of this, where the visual effects are not finished, and it's a lot more of just kind of what seems to be real Minecraft visuals in there. Like they haven't tweaked so it looks like. So what I would say is that the visuals are quite good.
Looks incredible. It looks really way better than I thought it was going to end up looking,
But
and they build a lot of real stuff as well,
From what I can tell, based on clips of this version on Twitter, there are bits that have been taken out. Like there's a bit when Jack Black's character grows to adulthood and he's working in an office and he's built a diorama of his world kind of thing and he's showing it to his fellow workmates and they're not impressed kind of thing. Right. I think there was way more of that in the original version.
Because it's based chopped it like, for time. There's like a 20-second office scene.
Yeah, I think I've seen some reviewers say, and I'm inclined to agree with it, his journey into the mines and then into the Minecraft world and him getting trapped in the Minecraft world could have been the whole movie in itself. Yeah. But then it's just him and a dog. A man and a dog or a wolf or whatever it is. Yeah. And that's it. But I think they were like, Jumanji has four characters. We need at least 4 characters. So we're going to need him and Momoa and the kid and his sister and the real estate agent.
Is Jack Black going to betray them? No.
No, not really.
Because he had an opportunity to, and then
it's true he did.
It's not really part of the story. It feels like there's scenes missing. There's a moment where they have to infiltrate a castle to get a whatever, and so Jack Black and Jason Momoa, they're doing the distraction, and so all the guards they've got looking at them while they're playing the saxophone, and then it cuts back, and the next scene it's like, oh no, we're in trouble, and then they're in a boxing ring, and it's like, I don't know. When did this turn from you were playing the saxophone to when you're in trouble and now you're in a boxing? Like, it just...
When Jack Black ran out of riffs.
Yeah, it felt like there was...
Which you never thought he could do, but he could do that. He could
it felt like there was something else there that they took out. And a lot of scenes felt like that to me, where I think there was some more exposition here, or a longer joke, or... Where I think they're just running between showing you different Minecraft things as quickly as you can.
So what happens is when they arrive in the Minecraft world, all the characters that aren't Jack Black, they all... arrived by accident because the Billy Mitchell character, Jason Momoa's character, he has the orb in his shop, and they activate it, and then they end up in the Minecraft. They get dragged into the Minecraft world, and there's a moment where the kid he learns he can Minecraft blocks real quick, and then it's like, what are you going to do with that? The answer's nothing, really. He doesn't do anything with it for the rest of the movie.
Also, Jack Black can do that.
Jack Black can do that. Also, there's a scene quite early in the movie where we go to what seems to be his house or a place he has set up business or something, and it's filled with TNT and swords and all this sort of stuff. And then at the end of the movie, there's a crafting scene where they make TNT and swords and stuff. And it's like, you have that. Yeah. Why did you...
Because you want to see the crafting.
There needs... The problem, I think, with this movie is that the characters were so ill-defined.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. But, like, surely the bit here could have been... Well, one guy's really good at crafting, but he doesn't have any imagination. So he needs the kid with the big imagination to come in the world and be like, why don't we make a diamond sword or whatever?
I mean, he does make a tater tot shooting gun, but that's the extent of it.
But that's it. That's all he does,
Yeah.
Like,
and that's a literal Napoleon Night Dynamite, isn't tater tots. Doesn't he have a bunch in his pocket in that?
Probably.
In that
and then
movie?
He says, gosh.
Then he says, gosh, Tina, etc.
Like, Momoa and Jack Black are kind of the same character.
Yeah.
You could have trimmed them.
Yeah.
You don't need two teens, really,
no,
because the sister doesn't do anything.
Well, not
so
as
much.
the real estate agent.
Not as the real estate agent.
Yeah, they have their own, so they all get separated. So it's Jack Black and Jason Momoa and the kid, and then the sister and the real estate agent. But those stories are not equally weighted in terms of importance or interest.
Not at all, no.
Yeah, and you think Jason Momoa dies, and maybe he does. Spoiler alert. We'll talk about it later.
He doesn't know.
No, he
Why
doesn't.
would he die in a kid's movie? I will say also, and I said this to you off air. I'm not saying this is a positive or a negative.
Yeah.
What I am saying is I think some of the people who I was watching the movie with had never seen a full-length movie before. Because they were blown away by, like, the smallest thing. Like, just the smallest twist or, like, the smallest revelation. They were like, ah! And I also can't tell if they were doing it ironically.
Oh, man. I mean, you're too old to know.
Like, did everybody get together and they're like, we're going to point at the stuff and scream because we love it?
But it was everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. It was everybody. Yeah.
Should we do some spoilers, I guess?
Let me think. Is there anything else? Oh, there's a subplot where Jennifer Coolidge, who was the principal of the school, she meets
a Minecraft
man who has come through the portal to the real world. And she's like, oh, you're so different from the men I normally meet. And I'm just divorced and what have you. But again, doesn't really.
It's just a joke.
It's a fun subplot. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Jack Black says a lot of stuff, doesn't he? He says flint and steel.
Yeah, he does.
Says, let's mine and
but
then
it'll be
craft.
like flint and steel.
Yeah.
He'll say it like that.
Treasure or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, there's also a subplot about Jason Momoa wants diamonds, but that doesn't really go anywhere either. And he doesn't get diamonds, but he does save his shop somehow.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in spoilers.
Yeah.
Look, I can't say I hate it. I think I enjoyed it more than the Mario movie. I'm going to say best movie ever, but that's from the perspective of this is a Minecraft movie.
Right.
And
it certainly is.
And my kids liked it. And so, yep.
Well, I don't have any kids.
Yeah.
So I don't have to fake my enjoyment of the movie.
I'm not faking it. It's just, I think it is what it is.
I think this needed a bunch of Here's the thing. I think this movie needed a bunch of rewrites.
I think it had all that. I think they chopped shit out of it.
Yeah, there's like 5 screenwriters or something in this. I think this needed a rewrite from somebody who knew what they were doing. Maybe Jared Hess, who's not a listed screenwriter on this.
Oh, okay.
And I think it needed more jokes. But here's the thing. They clearly felt that wasn't necessary.
And they were right.
Yeah, they were absolutely right. But that's the thing. I would not recommend this to anybody because...
Oh, no. I've been recommending this to people as like...
A joke? A trick?
Yeah, trick. No, you're on school holidays. There are worse things you could watch.
It's also the worst thing you could watch. I would recommend your children go see A Working Man before they saw...
No, they would enjoy this more than A Working Man.
Interesting.
I mean, Dog Man's Out. That's pretty fun.
Okay. well, then, alas, I must say, worst movie ever, because it's not for me.
I think that's fine.
I'm not saying it's the worst movie ever for teens who love Minecraft. I'm sure many of them would get a kick out of it. But I reckon there are also people who probably love Minecraft who are like, I wish this was a better showing for the thing that I love that isn't just saying stuff from the game in the movie. I would like it to have jokes. Like, imagine if you loved Minecraft and this movie came out and people went, I don't know anything about Minecraft, but this was so funny. I'd love to play Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because it had cool visuals and everybody was so funny and having a great time.
Well, it's already the most popular game in the world. They don't need that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's the worst movie ever. You know, because they
could have put more into it.
They don't need it to be good, so they were like, why bother?
Yeah, I think there was at one point. Again, this is not saying it's good. I think it is. It was in there at some point.
So you're not saying it's good, but you are saying it's the best movie ever.
Yep,
that's really interesting.
I just didn't hate it.
Okay.
And again, seeing my kids enjoy it, like whatever.
I did leave before the post credits.
It was whatever. I can't remember.
No, I know what they are. I looked them up later. They're just available on Twitter now.
Okay.
So we're in spoilers, big time spoilers.
Big time spoilers.
Okay, so the first post credits.
I can't stress enough that this was the best movie ever.
No, I understand. So the first post credits is we see the Minecraft villager talk, and it's Matt Berry. He's the voice of Matt Berry,
and that's funny.
That's funny. He's friends with all those guys. Also, there's a couple of Flight of the Conchords guys in this.
Yeah, Jermaine Clements is in it.
And the lady she's the Thor Ragnarok lady. She's the voice of the sorcerer. Rachel House.
Yeah, it is. You're absolutely
Rachel
right.
House.
Yes.
I don't think she's a Flight of the Conchords guy, but she's from New Zealand. Anyway.
So probably.
Yeah, so probably. And the second post-credit sequence, which I'm sure everybody went insane for in my theater, but I'd left by then, is that Jack Black goes back to his house.
Yeah.
And it's another lady from Minecraft. It's the
second
girl.
Minecraft.
It's Minecraft Steve, but it's a girl.
Yeah.
Alex?
Yeah.
Great.
I don't know, honestly. But yeah, there's a big battle at the end.
There sure is.
And they use all their... you know what? I liked the bit where he defeats the evil witch.
Okay.
And she's like, come here, I want to tell you something.
Oh, and he has another...
And he's like, you're going to try and stab me with a little knife.
Uh-huh.
And she does, and he just slaps it away like he's annoyed.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good joke.
Okay, good joke. The other good joke I thought was pretty good, decent, is where they put the wing packs on.
Yeah.
And Momoa and Jack
and they
Black
69?
Yeah, and they have to share a wing pack.
They have to 69.
Yes, they do, through a tunnel or whatever.
But they have to 69.
They absolutely do have to do that, yes. I thought that was kind of a funny joke. That's as close as this movie got to a joke, I guess.
Yeah, and probably as close as a movie like this can get to doing a 69.
Absolutely, that particular sexual position, yes. I don't think they could explicitly do that, have two men doing that in a PG-rated movie.
Why not?
I think it'd probably be inappropriate for kids, honestly. Maybe it's in the work print. I haven't seen the whole thing.
So a big part of the story is that Jason Momoa was broke and he's a loser and he's Kenny Powers.
Yeah. His video game Kenny Powers.
His video game Kenny Powers. And which also we saw in Pixels, like this is Pixels adjacent.
Yeah.
This is way better than Pixels.
I don't know, man.
Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real with each other.
I think they're equally bad, but in different ways. Honestly.
Okay. All right, fine.
Pixels is the video games aren't as good as they were back in my day when we were playing Pac-Man or whatever.
Yeah.
And this is, hey, look at all the stuff in a video game.
Yeah.
Like it's not. They're not. One's not worse than the other.
No, I found the characters in Pixels much worse.
Oh, okay, right. Uh-huh.
Yeah. But so they win and they use all their Minecraft abilities to win and they send the pigs back to
They don't
hell.
use their Minecraft abilities to win. They just have some Minecraft stuff.
Yeah, they make some robots and stuff and they all...
Yeah, and everybody cheered. Oh, when they made the robots, everybody cheered.
And they're flying around.
They're flying around.
Everyone's flying around.
And then Jason Momoa, you thought Jason Momoa was dead from earlier.
But he used water to get out of it.
Yep.
That's what he said.
And then he flies back in on that. People in my audience were like, what? I thought he was dead for real.
Mason, they're being ironic and they got you.
I don't know if they were, though. I don't think
that's the beauty of irony.
I think they just took it at face value that he died. And then when he came back, they were like, whoa.
How do you do that?
How did movies do this
How
to me?
did movies do
Maybe
it?
I'll see another movie. They won't.
No, the sequel to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so he makes them go on a side quest to get diamonds, but then they don't.
Yeah, the Billy Mitchell character.
The
Jason
Mitchell
Momoa's
character.
character. Because he basically, he doesn't have any money. He wants the diamonds.
Yeah.
And then he tells Jack Black, I'll help you if you give
me diamonds.
If you take us on the route through the Minecraft world that gets us the diamonds, even though it's more dangerous. And he's like, fine. And then you're right, he doesn't get the diamonds.
Yeah.
But also, how do you spend the diamonds in the real world?
Well, but the world is weird. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
It doesn't matter at all. But yeah, so then they go into the real world and they revitalize his shop.
Yes.
And Billy Mitchell and Jack Black are singing a song together or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, and we built a video game and it's called Block Fighters and it's the best and we saved the store. And it's like, how?
Yep.
What did you do specifically?
Well, interest in them developing this video game made people...
Also, it's not even a real game. They didn't even make Minecraft.
Yeah.
They made a fake fighting game.
It looked like Double
real.
Dragon. Yeah. It looked quite nice though. Like both.
Yeah, I looked it up because I'm like, is this a game?
The original, the first one from the 80s, it's called like Hunk City Showdown or something like that. It looked pretty fun.
I agree.
It looked like one of those sort of slightly advanced version of Dungeons & Dragons. It looked like the combat tribe.
Like Shredder's Revenge,
etc.
Like
Shredder's Revenge, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, but they saved this video games store.
Yeah, they sure did.
And he's not a loser.
Yep.
And whatever, etc.
Because he grew and changed?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
No, he stayed the same.
I tricked you, he didn't. He stayed the same. They all stayed the same.
You got me.
And then the kid's like...
I built a jetpack. Yeah,
the kid's like, hey, I'm going to leave the Minecraft world, even though this world's magical and you can do anything and it's really cool and everything's really exciting and nobody liked me in the real world and my parents are dead.
Yep.
But I'm just going to leave just because.
And then Jack Black.
Where I can go to the real world where I can do nothing.
No, he built a jetpack.
Yeah.
I mean, he already could.
He already could build a jetpack. So he grew and changed in that way.
Yeah, because he built a jetpack.
And his sister was also there. And I think that's
She worked at a ship factory.
Yep.
And there was a moment, I remember that she was like, I'm sorry I said this, or I'm sorry I didn't believe in you or something. And I remember thinking, was that a plot point in this movie? I can't even remember what the resolution was. No. Or what it tied back to.
She was a little bit mad at him, I think, because she got the job at the chip factory.
And he knocked down the chip.
knocked down the chip man with a jetpack.
Yeah.
But she wasn't like... You
need to be serious.
You need to stop building jetpacks, which, by the way, is a miracle. Like, it took many decades to build a jetpack, and they only barely work now. So the fact that you could build one with junk is actually insane. That's crazy. You should sell these on eBay.
Yeah.
We'd make millions of dollars. You could build one a week.
Yep.
I mean, it takes you an afternoon to build one, clearly.
You could build several.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't even build a jetpack in Minecraft. They just have flying wing packs or whatever.
And balloons.
Yeah. But he doesn't, again, he only builds that potato gun or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
But you can put anything in it.
Yeah.
Put an ender pearl in it.
I guess
you can go to where it is.
It's also very vague as to what you can build in Minecraft and what you simply have to find in Minecraft.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I think all of those rules apply strictly to the game. I don't think they got any of that wrong, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
For me, it felt ill-defined. I didn't know
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It felt ill. If you don't know the game, you're like, well,
what? So if you need wood, you have to collect the wood, and then can you use infinite wood, or is it a 1-to-1 wood collection scenario?
Yeah, because the kid collected like one little block of wood, and then he could make infinite blocks of wood.
Yeah. And maybe that's the game.
Maybe that is the game.
It depends on what, because there's different versions. There's like creativity version where you can make, and then there's you go into the world and there's zombies, etc.
But he was like, we've got to get the thing. Nobody ever says, can't I just make the thing?
Yeah.
Surely you would ask that at least once.
You'd have to think about it though, wouldn't you?
You'd have to think about it, yeah.
But you didn't hate it.
No, I did. I didn't hate it, I guess, but it wasn't anything.
You don't seem happy about it.
I'm not happy about it, I don't think.
I was going to say, what did you expect? But I don't know. Something better.
Something better than this.
I'll do some reviews while you're thinking about it.
Okay, but I can't get... they needed to cut the scene where they go to his place and he's like, look at all the stuff I've got.
Yeah.
He should be like... They should have gone to his place.
That chicken looked delicious. That square chicken.
Then they ate the chicken. It was too... He's like, I'm going to eat this hot chicken. Don't. It's too hot. Well, I will. Oh, it's too hot. Great. Good joke. What it should have been is they go to his place and he's just made like a sword or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, I wish I had
I wish I could put 3 things together.
And then the kid is like, well, you can. And then they build all the cool stuff at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, it's because it's true. He built a jetpack, but he built a gun out of like 4 things that he had.
Yeah.
You know, like, which is easy.
Well, not a ton of crafting in this movie.
No, but I guess that's the point of like Minecraft is that, it's not overly complicated to make a whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's accessible to anybody can be creative, even a screaming dummy.
You could even make a big tower out of wood.
Yep. Or a house made of pink sheeps.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looked pretty nice, though.
I agree.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's all I have.
Yeah. Good.
for now.
This reviews from Basia, who says, okay, I need to talk about the Minecraft movie. I just walked out of the theater a few minutes ago. I went with my kids and the cinema was packed.
Yep.
A screening was mostly teenagers and young adults, and they were literally clapping and cheering every few minutes, which is not something that's common in Poland. I don't know if my expectations were super low, but the movie was really fun. It's obviously aimed at a younger crowd, but I chuckled a few times. Jack Black and Jason Momoa were honestly funny. The kids were great too. I know there's a lot to hate from this movie, but I kind of liked it. Smiley face. What do you think of that, Mason? You had a similar experience.
Yeah.
But she liked it. Mm-hmm. Luke says, saw this with my son yesterday, and honestly, it didn't work for either of us. The beginning was genuinely hilarious and both of us laughing, but after that, it became more increasingly bored. We both became increasingly bored. It picked up when they got to the first village, but after that, not so much. I could tell my son didn't enjoy it because he kept asking how old everyone was. In comparison, we watched Snow White when it came out and was enthralled. It was enthralled throughout, only talking if it asked if she was dead and then cheered when she woke up. For me, Jennifer Coolidge was a highlight, but also those scenes could have worked in an SNL Minecraft sketch. I've got a weird sense it's going to make a bucket load of cash, you are correct, as it was packed in all screens yesterday. Benjamin says, I went in with my lowest expectations and had such a great time. Definitely felt like Jack Black and Jason Momoa were having fun time together and not taking it all too serious. Sleeper movie, in my opinion. James says, there's no excuse for a movie being this horrendous. Kids' movies, here we go, basically. This is a guy after your heart.
Stuff.
Kids' movies can still be good as well as a silly, fun romp. The Lego movie being a prime example.
There you go.
Jack Black is doing his best to try and pretend like this movie knows it's bad and it's wearing its heart on its sleeve, but it doesn't work. Just a ghoulish, lazy product that occasionally cuts to Jack Black shouting something in a silly way. The only slightly positive part of the movie was its tribute to Technoblade. I don't know what that is. No. Mitchell says, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. It has about 70% good dialogue that was actually fun and or clever, and the story was meh and serviceable. There were some horrible green screen scenes, like unacceptably bad. I didn't hate it. Best movie ever. There you go.
Do you think that the actors in this movie, do you think they knew what was happening?
I mean,
or do you think they just
say Ender Pearl, say
and they went
say Dungeon
We've
Man.
got to get the Ender Pearl.
Yeah,
and cut. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I think that's probably what happened. Mm-hmm. All in all, I think we can both agree that it's time to move on to the next segment.
That's so true.
And also, when this review goes to YouTube, it's going to be a horrible, horrible comment section.
Hell yeah.
All right. What's the next section?
Not my problem.
No. What is the next section called?
It's called What We're Reading.
Yep.
What We're Gonna Read.
Yep. I'm doing the thing. What are we reading today? This is a very popular segment of the show. It's where we talk about what we've been reading, watching, doing, saying, running around
Very popular.
Yeah.
We're always saying things. We're fans of saying things.
What have you been saying lately?
We're fans of running around and saying things. You'll never catch me, copper, for example.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the big boss of this town, see?
Yeah.
You know, and so forth.
You're doing an impression of that. We were doing that off air.
We were, it's true.
You can't bring that in here.
Who was that? Is that Cagney? Is that James Cagney?
Yeah, it's like,
see? Because your voice sounds that way because you've got a big cigar going.
I bet that was revolutionary at the time. They're like, wow, that guy.
He's changed the face of saying, yeah, see? If you put an M at the front of it, it's gone crazy, this guy.
Exactly.
Hey, speaking of big-time gangsters.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the first episode of Mobland.
What's Mobland?
It's
see?
It's got Tom Hardy in it. It's got Pierce Brosnan in it.
Oh, yeah,
it's on Amazon Prime. Perhaps through Paramount Plus, I think.
Paramount Prime.
Paramount Plus, see?
Hi.
Paramount Plus, see? And it's set in kind of the modern world of, London gangsters and crime families and etc.
Modern London?
Modern London, yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good so far. It's pretty compelling. One of the mob families has like a young kid who's kind of out of control and he's causing a ruckus, and they've got the first episode he stabs a guy, and then the families have to kind of work together to get rid of the problem. Kind of thing,
Great.
It's good. It's good fun so far. I think Tom Hardy's producing it. So.
Oh, okay. And he's in it, isn't he?
Yeah.
I knew it because you said it earlier.
He's sort of a general problem solver of one of the guys.
Yeah.
One of the gangs rather.
One of the gangs and the guys. One thing I've downloaded and purchased, but I have not yet read yet. There's a Daredevil Cold Day in Hell story. It's like about an older Daredevil.
Okay.
By Charles Soule.
Oh, yeah, I like Charles Soule.
I've got that lined up, ready to go. I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
Uh-huh.
But I am all now caught up on The White Lotus season 3.
I see.
I don't know if you're familiar with The White Lotus, Mason, but it's incredibly popular.
I watched season 1.
I remember you saying that you watched season 1 and you're yet to watch season 2
Did
or
you remember
3.
that from moments ago when I said that?
I've got that kind of memory. I used to remember things.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
So, maybe. But I think I really like season 2. Jennifer Coolidge was a highlight for me, but I think season 3 is stronger than 2 in general. I think the characters are more just awful.
Okay.
Awful and interesting.
This one has Patrick Schwarzenegger in it.
It does. Yeah, he's great in it. Like just a real, I mean, they're all awful in different ways, but he's a particularly smug and awful man who just up to some crook stuff, mate.
Now, there's no crossover because they're all the White Lotus is a chain of hotels.
Yes,
and
there are crossover characters because one of the characters who Jennifer Coolidge promises money to in that season pops up in this season. So she's the recurring character in this. So she's got there's like multiple story, like Jason Isaacs in it. There's it's great. It's just really good and upsetting.
Yep.
And it's
Walton Goggins is in it.
Yeah, I love the setting as well. Is it Thailand? I think it's Thailand, yeah. Walter Goggins, great. Sam Rockwell shows up for a couple episodes. Leslie Bibb's in it. Carrie Coon's in it. It's just...
Oh, did you see Carrie Coon did an interview this week where she was like...
They didn't pay me for second Avengers.
Yeah,
I didn't do it.
I didn't do the second Avengers. I didn't do Avengers Endgame because they were like... They promised more money for a second movie. And so it's like that. What do they call it? The stairway contract or something like that. If you do a subsequent movie, you get paid more. And they're like, we're paying you the same. It's just like... I don't care enough.
Yeah.
Also, she got the best of both worlds because she's in Avengers Infinity War, but nobody knows she's in Avengers Infinity War.
No, that's
nobody recognizes her at all. So
that's a good point. She's not famous.
But the character is in Endgame, but she doesn't
say anything. Yeah, which is probably by design. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think there is like something about the opulence as well when you're in like a third world country as opposed to when it's like the second season is set in Italy.
Right.
Like there is that the disparity is like bigger, which I think
so they seem like bigger jerks.
Yeah, it looks like a strength of the show.
Yeah, right.
It talks about like Buddhism and there's a number of different things going on here.
Okay.
And it opens with a murder has been committed, a shooting.
Isn't there always a murder?
And then it kind of jumps back, and then you kind of work up to how.
Wow.
And the last episode. We're up to the last episode now, and then it's gonna all unfold.
Also, the finale hasn't happened yet.
No.
Okay. Should I catch up? Should I watch 2 seasons tomorrow?
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
I guess I could. I caught up on Daredevil. I'm enjoying Daredevil.
Daredevil's great.
Enjoying it.
I caught up
on what did I catch up on? I watched Reacher. Final episode of Reacher.
Okay.
He finally killed Bigger Reacher.
How'd he do it?
He beat him up a lot.
Yeah.
And then he drowned him.
Yeah. That's classic Reacher.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of good guys died in the meantime.
Cool.
Did
he give him the old Reacher around? Is that how he got him?
No.
Did they 69?
No, they didn't do that. No. But it is quite fun.
Hollywood's gone soft.
I know they led up. I know that, all the marketing led up. The whole bit was like it's a guy bigger than Reacher. But it really was fun to watch Alan Ritchson as Reacher, 6'3", get like tossed around like a rag doll by this guy who's insanely
100 feet tall.
Yeah, it was fun.
Cool. So you would recommend me watching that fight scene on YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because I don't like that show that much.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I also watched what is currently out of the studio, which is the...
I was going to
talk that last week, but
we've got a question that you've got a letter that ties into that later.
We'll talk about it.
So we can maybe talk about it there, but we can talk about it now.
Let's talk about it then.
All right then. Yeah. Wow, we've been doing so many things.
I agree.
We're so prolific in our consumption of media.
That's the most important thing.
We're like content bins.
That's right.
Gobbling it up.
Yeah.
We're like, do you remember the phone book man that would eat the phone books in the 90s? The phone book recycle bin.
Vaguely, I do, yes.
We're like that, but it's...
Would you say we're like the bag from Tucker Bag? The Tucker Bag?
The Tucker Bag didn't consume at the rate that you're thinking.
Yeah, I know, but he did. They presumably put groceries in him.
Yeah.
And then he took the groceries to other people. So I think as a metaphor, I think that kind of works.
I don't know. I think he just worked at the store. I don't think
he did any work.
Did I ever tell you that my brother met Tucker Bag?
No, I think you did, but tell the listeners.
Well, he told me.
Which brother?
The one you like.
Okay, great.
Because Tucker Bag is a local icon.
Sure.
Tucker Bag was. Mm-hmm. It's a fucking supermarket chain.
It was, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, if you go to if you type in Tucker Bag on YouTube and go to any of the commercials, you might see maybe some comments from me.
Okay.
From years ago.
Wow.
So yeah, maybe just have a look.
Wow.
If you're interested in Tucker Bag.
And who wouldn't be at this point? He's the carrier of content.
Correct.
That should bring him back as Tucker Bag, the carrier of content.
Yeah, he could. Mm-hmm. He could definitely do it. Yeah. Wow. Mason, should we move it along?
He could be voiced by Kumail Nanjiani.
Do you think?
I think so.
Yeah, good. He's got a nice voice, doesn't he?
Uh-huh.
Soothing.
Yeah.
All right, Mason, what's next?
It's letters.
What?
It's time for letters.
Is now the time for that?
People letter in letters. They send them in, and we play the theme of letters.
We let them.
The classic one was letters, oh letters, we love you. You know they're here right now. We're going to do letters.
Just looking at some old classic Tucker bag commercials, Mason.
Oh, yeah, nice. Great.
Yeah.
Have I really reopened a classic world for you?
Yeah, I love Tucker bag. No, I just look at this stuff from this era and like just the way supermarkets look and yuck.
Yeah.
What a bad time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad now, but this is old and that's bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want to reach the show,
Yep.
it's as simple as typing Tucker bag into your local YouTube channel.
That's right.
It's you go to weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com. You send a Gmail to that, or hit us up in the Great Mates group. Put a thread up, before the show goes out, and you can type a question, and maybe I'll answer that question.
Hey, speaking of Tucker, here's an email from Tucker.
Tucker bag.
Just says Tucker.
Tucker bag. Did you really meet my brother?
It says Tucker in Waco, Texas. So
do you think Tucker bag could have moved? Could have relocated?
He could have relocated, sure.
Yeah.
Texas is warm. It's good for bags.
It's good for bags.
Good for bags. Anyway, good to see you, Tucker Bag. Howdy, boys. He's got the lingo.
Hello,
too.
Tucker bag.
I've been listening to the show since middle school.
You should do the Tucker bag voice. Hi, I'm Tucker bag, or whatever. That's how he talked. Can you do that?
No, he talks like Kamal Nanjiani.
Oh, yeah.
I won't do that voice. I've been listening to the show since middle school.
Whoa.
Wrapping up my first year of college, trying to become an attorney.
Whoa. Must be nice.
If you're Tucker Bag.
Yeah.
Recently, I read the book Live from New York by James Andrew Miller and Tom Showers, which covers the history of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, okay.
It's a great read if you enjoy stories about executives pointlessly meddling in multi-million-dollar television shows.
Kind of, yeah.
I was wondering, do you guys have any favorite movies or TV shows about Hollywood or show business in general?
Yeah, I got a few.
Some of my favorites, he says, that come to mind are Robert Altman's The Player and Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep, that's definitely up there.
I love The Kid Stays in the Picture, which is it's by
God, this guy.
Oh, yes, I know it. It's Robert. What's his name?
What?
Robert Evans. Thank you. It's his biography.
I forget we have that.
He's a famous Hollywood producer. He wrote an autobiography. There's an audiobook version. There's a documentary version. You can check it out. It's probably free on YouTube if you want to just check it.
Okay, great.
It's some pretty crazy stuff.
I would say Entourage.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great insight into Hollywood, though. Speaking of, I watched the first episode of The Studio, and The Studio is, I think, what Entourage thinks it is. Like, it's an actual kind of skewering, it seems, of... they're not just winning all the time. Like Entourage is just like, we didn't get the deal. Oh no, we did, and it's better than
twice
ever.
as much. Yeah, that's right. And it comes with twice as many babes.
Whoa, they go. Those guys get enough babes. Come on, leave some for the rest of us.
Yeah.
The Studios. Yeah, I enjoyed that episode, the first episode at least, quite a lot. This isn't a fun one, but there's a movie called She Said, which is about uncovering the Harvey Weinstein scandal, which is very good and grim. And Hail Caesar, I think.
Oh, Hail Caesar's terrific.
It's really good. It's kind of I wouldn't say oft forgotten, but it's not one of the more popular Coen Brothers movies, but I think it's great.
Yeah.
And it's got a fun dance sequence with Channing Tatum, among other things.
Yeah.
And he's a communist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got a question here, Mason.
Go on.
This is from Philip Tuttle, who says, you happy with that?
Tuttle, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
With the weird amount of hate I have seen about Gunn's Superman, what movies do you think were overshadowed by goofy negative attention that actually turned out good? I think once a movie comes out if it is good, you forget all that nonsense that
the people that are still there trying to shout over it, going, well, actually, it's bad because blah blah blah. They start to seem.
I think there was a lot of that
bit foolish
behind like Barbie.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at it in the next couple of weeks, but like the first Bourne movie was a nightmare to make and kind of barely came together. Titanic, famously, really troubled production. Well, we actually recently did a commentary on Jaws, bigsandwich.co. That was a nightmare to make. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We talk about that if you want to check it out. Mad Max Fury Road. I remember even before that coming out, I was like, or before I saw the trailer, like, why are they even doing this?
Oh, Blood, Sweat, and Chrome. That's a great book on the creation.
There you go.
There's a well, I mean, it's Hollywood, but it's also Australia. Yeah, people check that out. It's a bunch of interviews and sort of diaries and observations and all sorts of stuff about the making of. There's also that MCU book which I got.
Oh yeah, you read that one.
That's also good.
Yeah.
Those are good. I love. Oh, also I've never seen the movie, but The Disaster Artist. The book based on the creation of The Room.
Yes, I've seen that.
Written by the guy who Greg Sestero who starred in it.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of earlier. I've not seen the adaptation with some of the Francos and those guys, but
which is good.
I don't know if it's good.
One of the Francos seems good.
Yep.
The other one is James Franco. I would even say, even monetarily, like Avatar 2. I mean, I'm sure we talked about this as well of like, is this going to be anything? Does anyone care about Avatar? It turns out, yeah.
Everybody does.
Everybody does.
That's right, yeah.
Quite a lot.
And again, in the aftermath, people going, you still like these giant blue people, do you? I mean, yeah.
A lot of people do.
You know.
I think it's also one of those franchises that outside of when I'm in the cinemas, like I don't think about it. I'm not like, what's next for Avatar?
Oh, that's
I'm
true.
like, yeah, I'll see it when it comes out, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
and that's
following
this year,
this.
right?
It's this year.
Yeah.
I'm not following it religiously. But James Cameron's wife saw it and she cried for 4 hours or whatever. We talked about it a few weeks back. Yeah. Got another letter, Mason?
Here's an email from Taz.
I'll allow it.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Y'all.
With VR seemingly on the decline in recent years, I was wondering if there was any gimmick media tech that was hated by most that you guys actually liked or wished stuck around for longer. Personally, I'm a fan of VR and I'm sad to see it slowly fizzle into the backseat. So 3D TVs, curved screens, voice control.
I hate
smell-o-vision.
Voice control also has some like accessibility kind of benefits, obviously. So like I'm glad it exists. But yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, no.
I don't like Google Home or Apple fucking tells you the weather
Smart
or whatever.
anything,
I hate all that shit. I fucking hate it.
If you have to download a driver for something that is, or an app for something that is like completely mechanically controlled. So like, you got to download an app for your dryer.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. No. I'll just...
Like my toothbrush can link to my phone.
Oh.
But like, why would I do that? I know how a fucking toothbrush works.
Do you though?
I'm figuring it out.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. But if you keep using the app, you'll forget how to brush your teeth.
It's true. So, but like, it's just...
Does it use the technology from Heavy Rain? So it brings up the guy.
I don't know. I haven't linked it up yet.
Up and down, back and forth.
Yeah, it's just... I don't... Like, I understand the benefit of Google Home. Like, I get why people have it, but I hate the idea of just that in my house.
Yeah.
And look, I have a smartphone. The technology is not different, at all, but I don't like any of that.
I would say Google that works.
Yeah, Google that works was nice, wasn't it?
And like, do you remember that golden era where we were like, the great thing about the internet is everything you put on the internet stays around forever.
Yeah.
Like, there's an archive of...
For good or ill.
Yeah, exactly. Or what, old magazines or something like that. Yeah. And you're like, it'll just be there forever. And then you go and check and it's gone. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Who knows what's going on there, Mason? So, I don't know, internet. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I like VLC player.
It's pretty good.
Plays anything.
Still sticking around.
It's great.
Yeah.
For me, it's like my
Does it contain Russian spyware? Maybe. Doesn't matter. Plays everything. Streams to my TV. Whatever.
Does it work or does it not? It does work.
Yeah,
so
it does
I'm
work.
happy with it.
And you don't have to keep... Yeah, I mean, that's...
No, it'll ask for an update, and I'll allow it. Yeah, you can update.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you.
I guess the gimmick media that I miss is when you could buy a product and it just...
And it was the thing.
You just owned it, and you didn't have to subscribe to it.
Absolutely. And it, like bigsandwich.co. And it was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, God, I hate assembling shit as well, and that's been for ages. But, you buy like a desk and you got to put it together, and it's like, I know it's because it's for storage and they flat pack and it's easy for delivery. I understand that. But I hate building shit like that.
Well, then you should pick up stuff from the side of the road.
I know, I should, like a normal person, and I will, and I do. Like, I don't, any of that, any kind of lock, you got to buy something, there's some fucking thing you can subscribe to forever.
Boy, this letter has really sent you on a spiral, James.
It's that idea of just, I've talked about it. We talked about the Mario clock. Just this like tacked on shit for like, I just need the most basic version of this, and my phone.
Yes, absolutely.
That is everything that I do.
If I don't have my phone, I will die. So.
You a smartwatch guy?
No.
Yeah, because you're a watch guy, but you're not Yeah.
I look at my phone enough. I don't want to,
You don't want to you don't want to get a text message from your mum on your wrist.
Exactly.
Which is like, well, Nick Mason, what are you up to? She's always saying.
That's exactly right.
What are you up to?
What am I up to? None of your beeswax. Get out of here.
And nothing.
Get off my watch. Get off it.
What technology? I like the PlayStation iToy. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Same.
I don't miss joysticks. You know, like joystick video game.
Oh, sure, yeah. Uh-huh.
Flight sim shit.
Yeah.
Maybe they're better. They're probably better now, but I don't know. I don't use them. Anyway, I got a letter here, Mason.
Go on.
Sean says, do you think Superman, Fantastic Four, and Jurassic World being released in 3 weeks will impact all of their box office and who comes out on top? I mean, just from looking at it now, I would say it would be Jurassic World, Superman, then Fantastic Four. But Superman is gaining a lot of traction, and Jurassic World will probably be, I don't know, average or the same. I don't know. I hope it's better than that.
But you think Fantastic Four will be the lowest?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't know. That could change.
Yeah.
I think there's also a chance that they could build on each other. There could be momentum. They might not cancel each other out. It might just result in a bigger summer of people seeing more things. Mate, potentially. It depends on how good they are.
Fantastic Jurassic Man. We get that going, you know?
Fan-Drass Man.
Hashtag fan-Drass Man?
Fan-Drass Man.
Fan-Drass Man.
Fan-Dresser.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like, how close are they? Like within days?
Like 3 weeks, yeah.
I don't know, man. I think because at this point, I think people are just budgeting for one movie.
Well, that's the other thing.
A month,
and everything is going into a big toilet.
Yeah,
and has been steadily for quite a while. But we're having some big toilet moments.
We're having big toilet moments, and not in a good way, young people. If you're here for the
it's not what we're talking
about. The Fortnite review. What is it? Minecraft? We talk about whatever it is.
Fucking hell.
Where this isn't a toilet moment in a good way.
No, it's not.
In a bad way.
They're doing square poos in Minecraft.
Are
it's a square turd. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, great. But what do you think will be the biggest?
Here, Jurassic World.
Yeah.
That's because that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Although what's guaranteed these days?
Well, exactly.
But it's not going to present. It doesn't present any surprises. It's not going to reinvent the wheel in terms of what you get from a Jurassic Park movie.
Very true.
They're all roughly of the same quality, every single one of them. But Superman wild card. You know, you would hope that people would go, oh, look, it looks fun and colourful, and maybe it's good, and probably it's good.
Yeah. I'm just checking the release dates of these.
Uh-huh.
But
Pedro Pascal, this will be the real ironclad test for whether the internet, the real life follows the internet, and everybody loves Pedro Pascal.
I think it's also people, kind of MCU kind of
fatigue.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but maybe people are like, well, we got to watch this if we want to know what's happening in.
If
Avengers,
people care. So it's actually
sequels.
So it's Jurassic World. It's Jurassic World on the 3rd, followed by Superman on the 10th.
Yep.
And then the 24th, it's Fantastic Four. So there's a week between Superman and Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Which I think that bodes well for Superman, if anything, because Superman will have a week of. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. It's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Also, I think this will be a good litmus test for people. Do they love a scrappy little dog?
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. I think
in a movie.
Do. I think they do.
Yeah, it's the Air Bud effect.
Air Bud effect.
Air Bud effect.
I got another one, Mason.
I got one more email. This
I'm
is
ready.
Lewis. Hi, James and Mason. Hope you're both doing well.
Yep.
We are doing well.
Yeah, we're doing great. We're good. And we're good friends.
That's true.
We've remained good friends.
So true.
Since we did this podcast and probably after.
Yes.
There's no trouble here, if that's what he's implying.
Who, Lewis?
Yeah.
He did say, hope you're both doing well, and there's a full stop. You know?
I don't like that.
That's a very dad text. You ever get a
text?
Hope
you're doing well, full stop.
You ever get a text from your dad and it's like, call soon, full stop, and you're like, oh, somebody's died.
You call me?
Yeah, somebody's died, and then you call up and they're like, do you want to have lunch?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you could have said that in the text.
I thought you were dead and I didn't have to go to lunch. This is so disappointing.
Yep. Lewis says, hope you've reviewed hundreds, maybe thousands of movies and TV shows the years, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But which movie and which TV show do you want to see the most?
Oh.
This is very broad. They could be an original idea, adaptation, sequel, etc. I would love to see an animated series of The Silmarillion and a sequel to Master and Commander. That's what Lewis says.
Oh man, I'll take a Master and Commander.
You know what I would like?
What?
They're gonna have to recast for a bunch of reasons, but I think they should do a sequel to Payback. You know, the Mel Gibson movie.
Isn't there a reboot of that with Statham?
Parker, yeah. I'd like a good one though.
Oh, that one's not good.
I can't remember it being good. I've seen it.
I remember really liking Payback.
Yeah. So there's a character called
Mel Gibson.
No, there's a character called Parker, written by an author named Richard Stark. I only bring this up because a famous artist passed away this week, and he did a bunch of like pulp novels. He did a bunch of James Bond covers. I'll find the artist's name here. Robert McGuinness.
Okay.
So he did the famous Casino Royale.
Oh, did he? And that's the original one?
Yeah.
How old was this guy?
He was 91.
Damn.
But he does a bunch of these kind of like when you think
cool.
if you were to think
quintessential
if you were to get AI to churn out a pulp novel cover, it would steal from the best, and that's Robert McGuinness.
Oh, he did so much good Bond stuff.
Yeah, but he did
this guy's that's awesome.
Yeah, incredible. And he did a bunch of covers for like the Richard Stark novels, like the original run. But Parker is a really interesting character, I think. Like he's a professional thief and a generally very bad guy.
These novel covers are good.
And he's been adapted a bunch of times.
Yeah. Was Lee Marvin in once?
He might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been.
Or was that just this is a Richard Stark book, Point Blank. I don't know whether Lee Marvin.
Oh, Point Blank, yeah.
Yeah.
Point Blank, I think they renamed The Hunter. Anyway, it's not important. But again, I think they should do another one of them was adapted into Payback, which is where Mel Gibson, he just wants some money back.
Yeah.
And he gets some of his money gets stolen by the mob, and instead of taking the mob for all they're worth, he's just like, I want to get the money I'm owed back, and then I'll leave you alone. And he just has to
He wants 10 grand or whatever.
He just fights his way through like an entire city's worth of mob enforcers to get his money back.
But he's having a bad time.
He's having a bad time.
It's not like he's not killing 100 men every day.
No, but I would like to see another one of those.
Yeah.
I think.
Monica Maria Bello, not Monica.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Lucy Liu's in that? That's great. Yeah, cool. All right. I got one here, Mason's from Kevin, who says, do guests reach out to you or do you reach out to them and why?
Guests reach out to us.
Yeah, generally, but also like a lot of people just have an open invitation.
Sure.
To just, if they have something they want to talk about or promote, they're welcome anytime. But we try not to do too many guest episodes because we don't like them to get yelled at. Because some people don't like that.
Correct, yes.
But also the people that we have on as guests,
we know them in real
genuinely
life.
know them, and we like talking,
having a chat
with
them.
to them.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. But we do get people reach out who we don't know are like, I'd love to talk about this. And it's like, we don't know you or that.
Sure, yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
Though maybe we're guesting on a podcast this week that people have been requesting, me and you.
Oh.
The Friends Per Second podcast.
That's right, maybe.
Maybe.
And then if that goes well, Joe Rogan.
That's right. We're one step away.
That's right.
So that's going to be really fun. Those guys are all great. And hopefully that happens. We've teed it up this week, but, don't want to say definitively, but it seems like it is happening.
Maybe tariffs will ruin it.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah, so that's guests.
That's guests.
Do you want to be a guest on this show, Mason? $100. Give me $100.
I have to pay you $100.
$100.
And am I also the co-host?
Yeah, you also have to be here.
So I have to be the co-host, and then do I switch mics and be the guest?
I don't care. Okay. $100.
All right.
Yeah. While you're here, can you wrap up the show?
Absolutely.
$100.
Do I get the $100?
No, it's for me.
Oh, okay. So what if I say no?
All right, we'll split it.
All right, $50. Nice.
No, I get 80. So go on.
So I only have to pay you 20?
What? No, I get 80.
Oh.
I get $80 of the 100.
Oh, okay, right.
You keep 20.
Oh, so I get a little kickback to myself.
That's right.
Nice. Folks, thank you so much for listening. We absolutely appreciate it. Thank you for telling your friends about the podcast because that is how we get new listeners. And thank you for leaving a 5-star review on your podcast app of choice. Just do it in-app. If you do it, James will find it.
We love it.
With his witchcraft.
Yeah.
And then he will read it out on the podcast.
I'm doing it right now. This is from John Joe J. Swanson, who says, apple fritters. Do you have apple fritters in Australia?
Yes.
Yeah. In what? Because it can mean different things, can't it? Do you just mean like a deep fried apple in a batter? Would you call that an apple fritter?
I don't know.
Or would you?
We have pineapple fritters.
We have pineapple fritters,
which are bad.
Yeah, they are.
They are. Like, there's a local place. It's called Red Rooster. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. I got an apple fritter the other day. You saw it, James.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking more like these.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we have similar things to that.
Yeah.
But then you got those are just like battered apple pieces that you dip in or whatever.
Oh, yeah, we got them.
Yeah, we're doing stuff like that.
We got them.
Anyway, that's one review.
That's right.
And the other one is from Val Hunter, who says, the best podcast in the world. I've been a fan of Mr. Sunday Movies for as long as I can remember.
Whoa.
Been a long-time fan and listener. Best podcast in the world. We the best podcast.
We the best podcast, as everyone knows. Folks, if you want to get into contact with us, you go to weeklyplanetpod@gmail.com and send us $100 in a card, in a birthday card.
Yeah.
It can be for our birthday and Christmas. That's fine.
That's right.
Or you can go to the Planet Broadcasting Great Mates Facebook group, or
100
the
bucks.
Weekly Planet podcast subreddit and Discord for fun civil chats about podcasts and pop culture.
Yeah.
Thank you to Fidel and Maisie and Sarabi for moderating those forums. They also make
Amazing.
videos and they put on TikTok and the Weekly Planet Clips channel and all sorts of stuff.
We'll allow it.
And for that, they give us $100.
That's right. It's $100
And that's wonderful. If you want to
per
follow,
video.
If you want to follow some people on the socials, first of all, follow our friend Rob Collins. He's at Raw Collins on Twitter. He's at The Weekly Planet on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Wikipedia Brown. And on Instagram, Nick Maso. James is Mr. Sunday Movies everywhere.
Everywhere.
There's all linked below. This is the link in the episode
Everywhere
description. It's right
you
there.
look, everywhere it's so hard.
If you want to support the show, you go to patreon.com/Mr. Sunday Movies, chuck in $1, an amount you would not miss, or you go to bigsandwich.co, $9 per month. Bonus podcast,
Jaws
videos,
commentary.
video game let's plays, Jaws commentary, and many, many other commentaries.
Oh, so many.
Including Deadpool and Wolverine.
So many.
Probably another Deadpool.
There's 100 commentaries.
There's 100
There's
commentaries.
more than that, actually.
There might be 100 commentaries.
Yeah.
Thank you to the Brute and the Basilisk and Rackham for all our musical themes. If you want a t-shirt, you go to tpublic.com. You search for the Weekly Planet or Weekly Planet posters. And next week, a different thing. Might be Novocaine.
Probably Novocaine and maybe some
depends
others.
depends what comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Novocaine.
We can do it.
There's another movie potentially that we could maybe see. I can't remember what it is, though. Great.
That is great.
Anyway, thanks so much.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.